Well, all right. It is week 13. It is a game in Cleveland. We were promised horrific weather. Not quite. It's cold. It's not exactly pleasant in Cleveland, but it is hardly the blizzard of apocalyptic conditions that we were promised earlier this week. And that is good news for the 49ers. Look, the Browns are a bad team with a great player in Myles Garrett. How do you slow down Myles Garrett? Well, that's a question every single NFL team has asked the Cleveland Browns, and no one has come up with a very good answer. The man is on a prolific run, an absolutely prolific run. He's got more sacks than the 49ers, Jaguars, Buccaneers, Panthers, Bears, Raiders, Bengals, Chiefs, Eagles, Dolphins, Jets, Commanders, Ravens, or Saints by himself. I mean, this man is a one-man wrecking crew. He is already talking shit about playing against Trent Williams today, Colton McKivitz, where he moves around. Is he going to line up against Jake Brindle? Myles Garrett is a one-man handful for the San Francisco 49ers. And, of course, Shedeur Sanders, the often talked about Shedeur Sanders, is part of this one today, and that is something that the 49ers do need to take advantage of, and that is something that Robert Saleh needs to take advantage of. Confusing a young quarterback today feels like a very good way to get through this game. Brock Purdy needs to return to the form that wasn't throwing 3 interceptions in the first half of the last time we saw the 49ers play. He needs to be better. And obviously, massive doses of Christian McCaffrey seem to be in that medicine cabinet every single time you open it, and it's a 49ers game. So here we go from Cleveland. This is another stay on pace big one. It is. There are no tiny games in this season, but because you're chasing down the Rams, because the Seahawks are right there, every single game really matters. There's nothing easy out here for the 49ers, including this one today. Slowing down a very good Cleveland running game is going to be a huge part of the 49ers coming out on top today, controlling the game, the Shanahan, if you will, getting up front early, sitting on the ball, and limiting just opportunities for Cleveland to do anything. That's the name of the game today for the 49ers, and we thank you all for being here. We, as always, we thank our sponsors, starting with Ike's. Look, I understand that you just probably have eaten all the turkey that you need, and you don't want to see another turkey sandwich. Get yourself to Ike's. If you order one right now, you will have one delivered to your home by halftime, hopefully, if you're in an Ike's delivery area. We love you, Ike's. Thanks so very much. Sign up for that Love Rewards program. Our good friends at the Dubliner, always love the guys at the Dubliner. Hopefully, they got the game on. I know that they do. It's a little early for the Dubliner, but, you know, those afternoons, those evening games, Niners games, Warriors games, get to the Dubliner to watch the Sharks. And, of course, we are brought to you by Sleeper as well today, as this game is just kicked off and underway in Cleveland. Sleeper is the world's fastest growing fantasy site, a great place to make a play or two, and we will tell you about the plays or two that I made today as we look to keep on a winning track. We got a McCaffrey anytime touchdown, McCaffrey over 4.5 receptions, George Kittle over 45.5 receptions, and under 27.5 pass attempts for Shedeur Sanders. That's the way we handicapped one today. Let's see how we do. Here we go from Cleveland. 49ers starting with the ball. Brock Purdy is under center. 14:55 on the clock, and the ball just got snapped. Hopefully we're synced up, ready to go. Brock looking downfield and finds Kyle Juszczyk on the first play of the game for a real nice gainer, and there we go. While the weather and Brock Purdy have yet to really identify each other as friends, it doesn't look like it is going to be a slippery ball early in this game. We'll see if we get any snow throughout the day, but you better get underway. By the way, Myles Garrett went right through Trent Williams and did hit Brock Purdy. Good morning, Brock. Welcome to Cleveland. Purdy again, scrambling, looking, just has to throw that one away on 1st and 10 after the Kyle Juszczyk gainer. Okay. Let's get all set up here. We're ready to go. It is so great to see you. Thank you for being here. early. Tapping in on that like button would go an awful long way to the success of this live stream. Let everyone know we're out there. Comment, interact, like this show, tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell an enemy for all I care. 2nd and 10 for the 49ers already at midfield. Myles Garrett, you're not going to want to roll in his direction any point in time today. Purdy saw that. He immediately reversed field, went in another direction. First catch of the day for Christian McCaffrey. Wake up, wake up. Browns and Niners, indeed. Here we go. Week 13, the much-needed bye week comes up next week for the 49ers. I don't think there's a team in football that's going to be happier to take a week off than the 49ers. And we got 3rd and 9 for the first time today in Cleveland. First third down of the game. Kittle 3 wides and McCaffrey in the backfield. Purdy in the shotgun. Purdy has good amount of time, but he just throws in front of Kittle incomplete, and that is that's as good of a pocket as Brock is going to have all day, to be honest with you. So too bad that didn't work. Yeah, we do have a Kevin Harlan game on this broadcast. That's always a great call. Always a great call to see Barry from Memphis here. Bang, bang from Memphis. Uncle Barry just dropping a little love in the boys' piggy bank. We don't have the game locally, so we're going to be relying on the play-by-play and color. Oh, my gosh. If you need me to talk you through a game, Barry, you're in a little bit of trouble. Let's be honest. But, yeah, that Memphis viewing area, ugh, that's a tough one. You might need to get that direct ticket on YouTube there, Barry. But thank you so much for being here, and I'll do my best to get you through this one. I promise you. All right, well, it is a first down followed by a 3 and out for the 49ers there. So Shedeur is going to be getting the ball for the first time today. All right. Well, look, good morning. I really mean it. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Hopefully the family went and had a great time. No overly dry turkey, no DUIs. No huge family arguments at the Christmas or Thanksgiving table. That's what I'm hoping for. Hopefully it was a really good one. And all I'm going to tell you is that we had a great little Thanksgiving over here. And Black Friday officially happened. Oh, my God. I got to sell you some show merch or I'm not even doing my job. If you like what we're doing over here, you want to give the gift of the Palouse this holiday season, check out the show merch. We got a store that is open. It is great having over 300 people waking up early, just hopping into this room across both YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. We're streaming in all 3 places today, so welcome. No matter where you are, please pop a like and subscribe over to Damon Bruce Plus on YouTube. Thank you for being here. Well, it's the game that was easy to look past when the season started. Cleveland's got, a little... There's definitely a bump to their dauber. Their dauber has the right to be down, but Shedeur Sanders is a rallying point for the team, for some players who apparently very much like him, although he's a bit of a controversial figure in the media. Apparently, Shedeur is saying all the right things behind the closed doors, and people in Cleveland really like the guy. So we'll see if he doesn't provide them with a little bit of a spark that makes this more of a headache for the 49ers than they assumed it might be. I think 28 points is the magic number today. 49ers, if they can get to 28 points, they are in the barn with a win today. Cleveland is not a very good scoring team. They're just not. And, you're going to see a lot of Quentin Judkins today. This is a really good rookie running back. They've got a good ground game that is, bolstered with a Jerry Jeudy who runs hot and cold. They got a good tight end in Njoku. So let's see. This should be a game that the 49ers handle, to be completely honest with you. Beyond Myles Garrett, why shouldn't the 49ers be able to win today? Jerry Jeudy makes his first catch of the afternoon, picks up 7 to set up 2nd and 3. Diamador Lenore came up in coverage. Nice little tackle there on the sideline. Got Tom saying Niners are not scoring 28 points. Why would you rule that out? Do you realize that the Cleveland Browns defense actually gives up more points per game than the 49ers defense does? It's true. First down for Judkins. Good to see you in here today. We got so many familiar names, our usual suspects in here. Great to see you all. Thank you for coming on by again. And again, if you enjoy hanging out, tell a friend, tell a buddy, tell another football fan. This watch stream is happening. He's got a loaded up coffee. By the way, there is a little Kahlua in here. We have taken care of the coffee early on today here. So. Not exactly a chocked full stadium today in Cleveland. Lots of orange seats are empty. I think the weather scared some people away. Just Browns being 3-8 scare people away. And 49ers fans, as you're circling destination games, this probably wasn't one that you had in mind. Although I will say, look, you can have a good weekend in Cleveland. You really can. You can have fun in Cleveland. Throw there to Judkins. That's going to set up 3rd and 5. Okay. Getting off the field on 3rd down is the name of the game for a bend-don't-break defense, and keeping Shador uncomfortable on 3rd down is what Robert Saleh's job is today. Confusing him, throwing eye candy at him all day long is what Robert Saleh is going to do. And I don't know if that means blitz less or more, but just the fronts and the shows and the looks that he gives Shador should be interesting enough today. Shador on 3rd and 5, all kinds of time in the pocket. He overthrows his target way downfield. Judy was overthrown by about 8 yards right there, and it's a good thing Shador Sanders threw that ball because another quarterback might have had that in the end zone for 6 had he hit a wide receiver in stride. But Shador overthrows, and there you go. So first punt of the day here. First punt of the day for the Browns. 49ers special teams. It's improved this year. There is no doubt about it. Sky Moore, who's been a little bit of an adventure early on in the year, seems to be getting better, and he's got some room. Up the middle goes Sky Moore. He's at the 50. He stiff arms the kicker. Sky Moore to the 30, to the 20, down to the 15. Another outstanding return by Sky Moore, this time on punt return, and that is exactly what the 49ers need today to just handle their business and get out of Cleveland with a win. Play some field position football. Complement your offense by making a play somewhere on special teams or defensively. And Sky Moore right there, one of his best returns of the season. Excellent job. Excellent field position for the 49ers. That was a 66-yard return for Sky Moore. 66-yard punt return. Woo! 49ers have the ball now at the 16-yard line to begin this drive on 1st and 10. A pitch to McCaffrey, right side, lots of room. He picks up 4 or 5. Oh, it's 2nd and 8. It looked like he picked up more room than that. He only picked up 2. Okay. Looked like he had a little bit more there. I think McCaffrey wanted more there for sure. It looked like that was about to set up, and then it closed. Purdy, shotgun, flips to McCaffrey. McCaffrey throws into the end zone, but out of bounds. There was a little trick play right there. A little early in a game to be going trick plays for my taste. You know, Christian does have a decent arm. He has thrown touchdowns in the past, but that one did not set up, and that was not good. 3rd and 8 coming up now for the 49ers. Oh, the thing that made that play not happen was George Kittle was going to be the intended target, and he fell twice. Kittle got spilled twice before he even got into his pattern. Bad play call, bad execution all around. Over the middle to McCaffrey. McCaffrey catches it. First down, balls at the 2. Great catch. Nice play. 49ers are going to be set up first and goal. There you go. All right, first and goal. First and goal. Purdy flips one back of the end zone, just over everybody. He had an open player there, but Purdy just sailed it over and out of the back of the end zone. It looked like Luke Farrell was wide open. Purdy missed that badly. Absolutely missed that badly. That should have been a touchdown right there. Second and goal. Purdy's under center. Hands off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey gets stopped short of the goal line. Maybe picked up 1. Third and goal. I mean, this is already, in my mind, 4-down territory. You cannot be settling for a field goal from inside the 2-yard line. Getting in front by 7, playing with a lead, that's the winning formula. Do it right here. Purdy's got 2 in the backfield with him. He's got Juszczyk and McCaffrey in the backfield with him. And we got a timeout. Timeout, San Francisco. Kyle was just throwing the formation out there, seeing what it looked like, and is now going to talk about this one. It's a big play early on. It really is. Going to want to get this one right. Someone says YouTube TV sucks. Is it because I'm so far behind you? I am terribly sorry. I am watching, my own feed here. The internet has to do all the work to get this to you in a timely, quick manner. I'm going to be a little bit behind you all day long. Maybe you can pause that game a little. Maybe you can sync it up a little bit. Hopefully you plan on hanging around today. Thank you very much. I'm doing the very best we can. Burnman, this is San Francisco Christian McCaffrey's against the Cleveland Shadors. Oh, they're the Cleveland Garretts. Make no mistake about that. They're the Cleveland Miles Garretts. McCaffrey slams it into the middle. Are they going to call it a touchdown? They do. The ref comes jogging in from the sideline and says McCaffrey pounded that one in. There is, by the way, your Christian McCaffrey touchdown. By the way, it says I'm ahead. Oh, my gosh. How's that even possible? How's that technologically possible that I'm ahead of you? Either way, miracle, and it is touchdown 49ers. And now the question is, can Matt Gay stay clean from the kicking position? Missed a point after touchdown last week. That one he drives right through. He is now part of the 49ers until we get ourselves Eddie Pinheiro back, which is going to be another week or 2. Matt Gay has done a pretty good job, all things considered. And by the way, since we didn't even have time when we were getting into this game today, we'll let you know that your inactives this afternoon for the 49ers are both Jordans, the rookies, James and Watkins. It's sort of criminal that neither one of them can dress on game day. I mean, it just shows you that Kyle, who should know what he wants at wide receiver and running back above and beyond any position, is still totally blind to what he wants, needs, and drafts at that position. It's a never-ending name of running backs and wide receivers that are drafted and then never even get a sniff. Never even a sniff of the football field. Connor Colby, Sam Aquinu, Kevin Givens, Tatum Bethune, and Eddie Pinheiro, your inactives today. As a matter of fact, the only difference between this roster this morning in Cleveland and the Monday night roster is that Robert Beal is out there and dressed today. Robert Beal Jr. is activated for this game. He was not for Monday night, but that's the only real difference. That and you lost Sam Aquinu, who is not playing today. So there you go. Good to have you. Thank you for being here. We got another super from my man, Brett Euchre, to hang around and do what we can. Thanks, Damon. Happy Saturday or Sunday, everyone. It is Sunday. Yes, happy Sunday and happy Sunday to you. I got to tell you, it does feel officially like the holidays. Like my neighborhood was pretty dedicated to not throwing up those Christmas decorations too early this year. This weekend, it exploded. We got Christmas decorations officially up all over San Francisco now. Damn, I was expecting a blizzard. Better for Brock. JD, you are right about that. I mean, the very first break of the day it's not, a Yukon Cornelius situation out there. It is not a driving blizzard. It's not a wet football. We know that is not a friend of Brock Purdy. So, hey, good start, right? Up 7-0. You've touched the ball twice. You've scored it once. A really nice play on special teams set the whole thing up. And that's a good way to start a football game. Last time I checked, I see some early negativity in here. And there has been some plays from Brock this year that leave you scratching your head, especially coming off that first half Monday night performance. But for those of you who just want to throw Brock out with the bathwater as quickly as possible, and by the way, the 49ers make a nice tackle there on special teams. Browns start with the ball at the 30. Let me just show you this, because facts do matter. This is quarterback EPA through first 40 games, all the way up and to the right. You see what an outlier Patrick Mahomes truly is. Patrick Mahomes is unlike anyone through his first 40 games in football history. Brock Purdy's behind him. Now, say what you want. This is Peyton Manning, Lamar Jackson, Tony Romo, Russell Wilson, Ben Roethlisberger. I know he frustrates you, and I know he has his weaknesses, and I'm not saying he's perfect, but for the amount of grief that some Niner fans give Brock Purdy when he's nothing short of kind of the second best 40 games football's ever seen to start a career, you're a pretty tough audience. I'll tell you, you really are. Second and 3 for the Browns. Shador dumps one off for a screen pass. Surprised they're letting Shador throw the ball this much this early on in the game. That's one of the things that I was betting against on my sleeper prop. I figured they'd really want to establish this run against the defensive line that's been screaming, you can establish the run against us all season long. First and 10, midfield. Shador throwing again. He's got a first down, picks up 10. Just some smart, getting him comfortable football being called now by Kevin Stefanski. Doing a real nice job settling Shador into this game. That's what Cleveland's done here to open this day up. Judkins with a carry up the middle does not go far. Picks up maybe 2. Couple more supers. Niners going to put the belt to that ass. Mark my words. Against 23-41, I hope you are right today. I'd like a belt to ass game. Feels like we're running out of fingernails to bite through game after game after game. On 2nd and 8, that is an incomplete pass, bringing up 3rd and 8. Upton Stout there with the coverage. Bill comes in and says, does Indiana have a football game next week? Yeah, a little something called the Big Ten title game against Ohio State, baby. Let's do it in Indianapolis. I've never had joy on Saturdays before. Nothing's gonna upset me. Nothing's gonna upset me. Ohio State should win the game. If we win the game, it's all gravy from here, baby. Indiana's in an uncharted territory. So thank you. But yeah, let's make the entire state of Ohio, who finally got a win over Michigan, unhappy by beating the Browns today. Go 49ers. That is a near first down. It is a first down on 3rd and 8, a chance to get off the field right there. And the 49ers just got screened for a first down. An awful lot of screens are going to be thrown against them today. That is clearly the early game plan, and the 49ers defensively are not good against the screen. I'm surprised it's not deployed more against them, to be honest with you. Robert Saleh wearing the toque today. His shiny bald head not revealed in all of its shiny glory. It is covered today. Hopefully his secondary covers the field as well as that hat is covering his head. 1st and 10 from the 30. Shador hands off. Judkins up the middle. 4, 5 with an extra effort push. All right. Got a little coffee going. Tastes good. Nice and warm. It's cold down here in the basement today, so. Sip of the day is officially happening right now. And a 3rd and 3 is coming up, and this is just hold them. Force them to kick it. Damon, an anytime touchdown for Ricky, plus 550. Should be an anytime catch. Amen. Get that guy involved. I mean, I don't mean to make light of the situation, but Ricky Pearsall has been targeted more in Union Square than he has been on a football field in the last few days. It's like they're not even throwing to him. It's like he's not even getting open. By the way, very good play on 3rd and short. This is a 4th and 1, and Cleveland is lining up to go for it here on 4th and 1. All right, aggressive, right on the 20. Cleveland. Are they QB sneaking this one with Shador? Looks like they got a party in the backfield that is not going anywhere. The 49ers defense gets penetration. Is that Calais Davis? 49ers makes a stop. 49ers defense on 4th and 1. Outstanding push by the defensive line. Malik Mustafa, Jordan Elliott, both create and shoot a gap, and there you go. All right, 49ers. Well, that should make you happy. That should make you feel good. Got over 500 people watching right now. We're not even close to that many likes, so we're going to have to ask you to lean in and tap that like up button, that thumbs up button. Oh, by the way, when you do, you get a happy, spinning, fancy little football, and people say that they like that. So, I want you to enjoy that for sure. I also want you to enjoy all the things that come in football with the responsibility that always needs to come with it. And right now, our friends at Sleeper have just an unbelievable site going on. And it really is. I love Sleeper. I really do. It's an awful lot of fun. I use it responsibly. Each and every 49er game, we set a little lineup, and I want you to use the link right in the description of this live stream that you're watching right now, right at the top there. Use promo code Damon to get $1,000 match on your $100 match on your first deposit up to $100. Now, with all the NBA and the NHL and all the college football playoffs that are coming up, you want to be dialed into Sleeper. Trust me. Here is how I dialed it up today. Here's what I got going on Sleeper. Christian McCaffrey, anytime touchdown, that is already in the barn. Christian McCaffrey needs 5 receptions. Where is he already today? McCaffrey already has 2 catches for 13 yards. George Kittle receiving 45.5. I took the over today. I thought we would get, in a bad weather game, an awful lot of target and action for George Kittle. He hasn't made a catch yet on one target where he slipped on that weird Christian McCaffrey is throwing the ball play that did not go anywhere earlier in this game. Shedeur Sanders already has thrown the ball 7 times already. He is 5 or 7, and I've got him under 27.5 pass attempts today. So how much are they going to ask Shedeur to keep throwing this? Hopefully not as much as he has started out today. All right, so the 49ers got the ball back on their own 20-yard line after that 4th down stop, and in his first run of the day, Brian Robinson Jr. is gobbled up in the backfield by Harris and will lose 2 yards on that carry. I thought it was a day where Brian Robinson Jr. was going to be needed. Bad first carry of the game for him. Hopefully, Kyle Shanahan doesn't completely give up on him instantly and not give him another touch the rest of this day. 2nd and 11 now after that failed run on 1st down. Brock right back to Brian Robinson Jr. on a draw, and the Browns are all over it. He picks up maybe 2. Setting up 3rd and 9. All right, 49ers, reward your defense by holding the ball here beyond a 3 and out. Reward your defense for just getting a stop on 4th down. You know, there were points just sitting right there for the Browns. They elected to go for it on 4th down. They paid the price. 49ers, make them pay a little bit here. Brock in the shotgun. Decent pocket. Throws back shoulder. Finds Kendrick Bourne. Did he keep his feet in? They're saying Kendrick Bourne's feet were not in. I thought he caught that. Let's have a look. Kendrick Bourne, 1 catch, foot in, only 1 foot. Wait, 1, 2. That's a catch. Challenge that, Kyle. I think that's a catch. I think Kyle should challenge that. He's not. The 49ers just punted. '49ers special teams thought that they might have created a fumble on that return, but they didn't. Nothing to see there. I'm telling you, no, you know what? That ball was out, but it bounced right back up into the belly of the Brown who was receiving it on special teams there. I think Kyle should have challenged that. That might have been a Kendrick Bourne catch, but oh well. Who's the person in Kyle's ear saying challenge that? Wasn't that Parag Marate a few years ago? Jason said, here's to another Sunday of bottle polls. Go Niners. Where all I can tell you is that after a big kind of Thanksgiving weekend, after Indiana beat Purdue yesterday, and there might have been a few pops after that, I'm not exactly drinking big this Sunday morning. But if we do get 50 super chats, we will do a big old pull for tradition's sake. I'm a man of tradition. And we will do a big old bottle pull if we get to 50 supers. But we're only going to get there with your generosity. So let's have at it. All right, we'll get our score back up. Again, Niner for life. Brock is trash. Which is it? Which is it? I've never seen an element or a percentage of a fan base so actively root against an incredibly successful to this point quarterback. It's amazing how much some of you do not like him, or maybe you're just all such new to football, total pansy pussies. You don't even recognize halfway decent when you see it. Brock is at worst a halfway decent quarterback. At worst, he's a halfway decent quarterback. So, you're Niner for life. You need a new avatar. You seem to be Niner for like more than Niner for life. I don't think you understand what the phrase for life means. I'll be honest. By the way, just looking around football today and things that are directly related to what the Niners are trying to do today. Obviously, you got the Rams and Panthers out there. If the Panthers could stun the world and beat the Rams, it would be doing a hell of a favor for the 49ers. We got Vikings and Seahawks again today. Minnesota, again, could do the 49ers a solid favor. Neither the Rams nor the Seahawks are probably losing today, so the Niners just have to keep pace. A little bit of a lollipop throw there that finds its target. That was not a great pass. That was a lollipopper. Bond came down with it. He had to wait for it to get there. Oh, that's why it was a lollipopper. The Shador's arm got batted down. Man, he's lucky that ball didn't fall anywhere other than in the hands of the Browns receiver, because that balls like that are usually dangerous. So a good luck, good miracle first down for Shador Sanders, who then hands off here to Judkins, who spins. No, it's not Judkins. That's a first down, by the way. That's some strong running there from Sampson. Look, Danny says, I remember Damon freaking out a few weeks ago. Well, a few weeks ago, was that Brock even playing? I don't think that Brock should be playing right now, honestly. I don't think his turf toe is right, and I don't like the way that the Niners handle their injuries. I think this should still be a Mac Jones game, and Brock should have been able to rest through the bye week. That's the way I would have played it. The Niners chose to do it differently. I think they masked that enough in Arizona for Brock to look good and win. Then the regression happened with the 3 interceptions on Monday Night Football. But guess what? The 49ers still won that game. I am a little concerned for Brock, but you'll never hear me say something as ridiculous as if the guy is trash. Again, if Brock Purdy is trash, explain this to me, football genius. Again, what do you want? Brock Purdy in his first 40 games has outplayed Peyton Manning. He's outplayed Tony Romo. He's outplayed Russell Wilson. He's outplayed Ben Roethlisberger. He's outplayed Matt Ryan, Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love, Jalen Hurts, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrows, Dak Prescott, Tua, Kyler, Andrew Luck, Jared Allen, Kirk Cousins, all your cousins, your first cousins, your second cousins. I mean, outside of Patrick Mahomes, no one has ever been this efficient with the football in the first 40 games of their career. If that's not good enough for you, what you think about the situation is pretty irrelevant. It's just irrelevant. If that's not good enough for you, what you are is the asshole who understands football through the prism of one question. Super Bowl, yes. Super Bowl, no. Super Bowl, no equals bad. Super Bowl, yes equals good. We are bad until we equals good. That's just, there are other channels for people who are, at their first rodeo. This is not one of them. This is not a first rodeo channel. But if you are here, and this is not your first week watching NFL football, and if you do understand that none of this is easy for anyone, whether you're the first pick in the draft or the last pick in the draft or anywhere in between, none of this is easy. Whether you're a really good team playing in a bad team, none of this is easy. None of it. It is really hard to be successful in this league, week in, week out, period, full stop. That's how this works. It's harder than anything you've ever done, for sure. And while everyone is complaining, again, the 49ers are leading 7-0. Do we have an interception of Matthew Stafford and a return in Carolina? Oh my goodness, look at that game break. Matthew Stafford has thrown 2 interceptions today, and the Panthers have the lead. Again, this is hard, isn't it? Panthers, they were picking off some balls on Monday night. You know that for a fact, don't you, 49ers fans? Does Matthew Stafford suck now? Is everyone who's an LA Rams fan saying Matthew Stafford sucks now? He's thrown 2 interceptions. I remember Brock Purdy throwing 3 interceptions last week. All right. Shedeur on 2nd and 10, running backwards under pressure, throws it to the sideline, receiver out of bounds. And so we are going to be looking at a 3rd down. I'm going to tell you right now with this Browns game plan, I'm going to lose my sleeper parlay on the Shedeur passing prop alone. They got him throwing the ball today. It was supposed to be bad weather. I was lied to by the weatherman. Shedeur again. There's just screens all day. We got a flag, though. Flag on that. But it is just screen. Oh, wait a minute. I got Panthers up there. Hold on. I believe the team they're playing today is the Browns. Let's get that right. There you go. Thank you. Thanks for producing this show. Oh, look at TTF. Oh, my God. I did have Panthers on the scoreboard. You're right about that.
Pound it, pound it, pound it, pound it.
Thank you. Stafford, 2 interceptions in the first quarter. You're going to want to cut that guy. Thank you, Sam. Holy shit. Maybe the Niners should be playing the Bears for that 1 seed. By the way, the Chicago Bears, what a win in Philadelphia on Black Friday, right? That is the biggest win since the Rex Grossman era, if we're being totally honest. Not since Lovie Smith was coaching in Chicago have they won a game like that. 3rd and 15. This is a got to get off the field down right here. 49ers defense, you cannot bend in this moment. 3rd and 15, and Shedeur is gobbled up at the 50. Oh, my goodness. The 49ers have sacked the quarterback. Look at that. How about that? Well. Actual pressure up the middle for the 49ers, and that was Cleveland Farrell again. Cleveland Farrell. So it's punt time. Sky Moore had a great return to set up the first touchdown of the day. Sky Moore let this one go. That bounces into the end zone innocently enough, and that will be a touchback. Cleveland Farrell has shown up as a street replacement and has done more to create havoc over the last few weeks than maybe anybody else on this defensive line. Cleveland Farrell, how was this guy ever let go? Danny, you in here to do anything other than just bitch today? Sacked after 7 seconds. It's a coverage sack. I mean, have you been paying any attention to your football team this year? You're going to complain about a sack? That sack wasn't pretty enough for you? Danny, I mean, like I said, this channel's not for everybody. Again, what kind of a fan shits on a sack that creates a punt? Why are you all such miserable assholes sometimes? I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. Robert Saleh pulled a nice play out of his rear end right there. That's a good thing. You're going to want that. Yeah, the price of poker on that Bears game, though, it could be amazing what that actually turns out. Look at it this way. Let's see what the Colts are 2 weeks from now when you're in Indianapolis. Really, that game is a huge game that nobody saw coming. Hopefully the Houston Texans will take a little stuffing out of the Indianapolis Colts a little bit later on today. '40th anniversary Super Bowl shuffle matchup is possible. Hand banana. Yeah. Maybe that does happen. Somebody says, you excited about your Bears? I mean, yeah. Look, I don't root for anybody. I don't root for the Niners. I don't root for the Bears. I am a grown-up covering sports now. To be a fan of a team, I think is a disservice to your audience. I like all football teams. I just want great games. I grew up a Bears fan. When I was a kid, I was a Bears fan, for sure. Yes, I'm happy when they do well. I still don't believe in Caleb Williams, but I do like Ben Johnson. He can coach. By the way, just saw the all 22 on that, and that was a coverage sack. What a great job by the 49ers secondary, just staying with all of their receivers. All right, now. Brock, quick release, finds Kittle. Kittle picks up about 15 right there, his first catch of the afternoon, and we are underway on this drive with 11:30 remaining in the first quarter. It's 11:30, 11:29. Clock is ticking. Now it's in a replay, so I can't tick along with you. But that was a real nice pattern by Kittle. Just find some space on the sideline. Beautiful ball from Purdy. He had a little time, stepped into it, wasn't high, looked good. Oh, Demarcus Robinson gets a carry on a little end around right there. He picks up 8, I would say. Demarcus Robinson has been a forgotten man on this team. Purdy's got a little wrap on his throwing arm around his elbow right there. I mean, I don't know if they're just keeping it warm for him on a cold afternoon. Purdy started 5 of 9, 51 yards so far. Passes back or a pitch back to McCaffrey, who runs for the first down. Yeah, that's what I thought too, Hand Banana. Just keeping it warm today. Keeping it warm. Yeah, Robinson gets off the milk carton. Niners getting closer to midfield. McCaffrey is going to be stopped just short of midfield. Maybe picks up 3 on that run. 2nd and 8 is what they're calling it. 9:29, 9:28, 9:27 here on my clock. And again, as soon as I try to sync you up, they go to a graphic package and I have to stop counting. Pardon me. How am I ahead of CBS? That is freaking amazing. I mean, this channel's coming to you from the future. Who would have thought? Brian Robinson now in the backfield. Pressure for Purdy. He gets it off. Kittle catches it. We got a flag on the play. That could be roughing the passer. Oh, no, they're focusing in on Kyle Juszczyk. That could be holding on Kyle Juszczyk. No, excuse me. It is holding on Rayshon Jenkins. We got Rayshon Jenkins. Yeah, he absolutely just tackled Kyle Juszczyk, who was running a pattern. And Kyle woke, he got up like, dude, I went to Harvard. You don't need to go to Harvard to throw a flag on this. This is an easy one. And yeah, that was an easy flag to throw. So 1st and 10. 1st and 10, any way you want it. Brian Robinson picks up 5, running to the left. Let me just say, we are through, a quarter and a half of football here, right? We're through a quarter and a half of football. We haven't used Myles Garrett's name yet. Brock hasn't been sacked yet. And Shedeur Sanders has. How about that? '49ers offensive line doing a decent job to this point. Don't want to jinx anything talking about it. And right there, we get Christian McCaffrey stopped in the backfield. Swisinger on the tackle. Ohio's own. All right. Brock on 3rd and 10, looking to keep a good drive going. He finds Kittle. Kittle is going to get stopped, though, short of the line to gain by about 5 yards. So Purdy threw underneath there for George, and George was not able to do much with it after he caught the ball. It was keep it in front of you. And now on 4th and 4, Kyle is going to be sending out his punt unit to play some serious field position football. 4th and 4? From that point on the field, I mean, I don't know. I think in modern football, maybe you go for it. I would have liked to seen the Niners go for it right there. Unless Morstead absolutely coffins this one and Shedeur is standing inside his own 5-yard line when he's under center. I don't love this. Don't love this decision. It's the conservative decision. It's probably the safe decision. And a good special teams play maybe means it's the right decision. That ball is fair caught at the 11. And Morstead did do his job. So it'll have to be like an 89-yard drive for the Browns here. 6:21 remaining as CBS goes to break. And as CBS takes a break, let me say thank you for taking a break from your normal football watching habits to hang out with us for a little bit. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. Means an awful lot. Like and subscribe if you would, please. The more people who tap that like button right now, the more people will be sent here by the algorithm come halftime and in the second half, and you yourself can make this show grow. You want to be hanging out with more people in the chat? tap that like button. 49ers are, all things considered, off to a very good start today. I want you to make sure that you're off to a good start. And if there's one thing I'm positive of, is you are probably officially sick and tired of those Thanksgiving leftovers, which means it's time to check out Ike's. Ike's has got an absolutely delicious sandwich just waiting for you at one of his now over, I think it's 130 restaurants in America, the expanding empire that is Ike's. Hopefully there is one growing towards you soon. And if not, it might be time to move towards an Ike. That's how good the sandwiches are. Look, you can eat me literally at Ike's. Get a Damon Bruce. Look at me. Niners fans, you want rings? My sandwich comes with rings. What more do you want? What you probably want is a great place to go drink, watch a Warriors game, watch a Sharks game, watch there's going to be a bye week next week, just watching a little football. Dubliner West Portal. You got some family coming to town for the holidays. Bring them to the Dubliner West Portal. Just a great local bar in San Francisco. Say hi to Kenny and John for me. Thank you so much, Dubliner West Portal, for all the support you have given this channel since we have launched 2 football seasons now. Dubliner has been a big part of this, and Sleeper is a big part of this year as well. Sleeper is the fastest growing fantasy site in the world right now. You get a $100 deposit match up to $100 when you use promo code Damon. Just click on the link in the description of this video. And again, it's a great user interface, and it's as simple as putting together a parlay you like. I always say, don't try to go for more than 3 legs. So of course I went for 4. Why take my own advice? Christian McCaffrey, 4.5 receptions. I took the over. Anytime touchdown, it's already in the barn. George Kittle, get active. Over 45.5 receiving yards and under 27.5 attempts for Shedeur Sanders. And I'm already nervous about that. Cleveland, in decent weather, is throwing the ball more than a lot of people predicted, more than I predicted. A run right here, though, to Quentin Judkins picks up 9. That was a really nice run on first down for Cleveland. It's going to set up second and short. Thanks to Sleeper. Thanks to Ike's. Thanks to the Dubliner West Portal. Thanks to all of you. If you dig what you're watching, you really want to support the channel, think about becoming a member. And we got merch. How about a nice mug? How about a t-shirt? How about a sweatshirt? Fuji Simeon, you were asking for sweatshirts? We got those now. Check it all out. And thank you so much for supporting the channel as it grows. I'm pretty happy with where we are here. I wanted to be at 50,000 subs going into the bye week. We're gonna be short, not too short. Can you help us get to 49,000 subscribers today? Do you think you can do that? We'll talk about how close we're getting a little while in a little bit here. Hold on. All right. So it is 1st and 10. Ball just over the 20-yard line. Cleveland's keeping it on the ground again. Judkins has some room around that right side, and he picks up 6-7 yards. So Cleveland is establishing Judkins and the run and the line of scrimmage a little bit right here. Quinshon Judkins, pretty good, man. We'll get back into a couple supers here after this 2nd and 3rd. We got a reverse 49ers. They sort of bit on that. Jair Brown does a nice job cleaning that up, and it's still a first down. That could have gone for huge yards, though. Glad that Jair Brown was all over that reverse because none of the rest of the 49ers really were. Very nice reverse field there by Jair Brown. Again, Jair just ran his guy out of bounds. He didn't even make a nice tackle, but his presence was needed on that one. Glad he got it. I mean, it is ground and pound time here. Sampson with a good run. And the Browns are officially running the ball. We got a down Niner. Curtis Robinson is down. Curtis Robinson playing for Tatum Bethune playing for Fred Warner. I believe we already got a Nick Martin and concussion protocol going on in this game, so thin at linebacker is something that the 49ers are absolutely dealing with today. Hopefully, Curtis Robinson is okay here. Fuji Simeon, congrats on Indiana's undefeated season, Damon. Fuji Simeon, it's the single most unseeable sports result in my lifetime. You know, I didn't think anything was going to be harder to overcome in my personal fandom than the Chicago Cubs actually winning a World Series. And that happened in 2016. And I thought, well, so that's it. Like, that's the mountaintop of that will never happen in my sports life. And we've summited Mount Everest here. I couldn't believe it when it happened. I still can't believe that it actually happened. The chances of the Chicago Cubs, though, actually winning a World Series were so much greater than Indiana ever going undefeated in a regular season or reaching a Big Ten championship or maybe winning a Big Ten championship or maybe winning a national championship in football. That was an impossibility. The impossible has happened. Kirk Cignetti is literally walking on water. Every other coach that ever coached at Indiana just instantly drowned in a shallow puddle. This man walks on water. Greatest coaching job possibly in the history of coaching. Joe Young says, Damon, I understand Kyle wants to limit how much of the game he wants to put in Brock's hands, but pitch plays on 2nd and 10, that's a wasted down. I hate momentum plays that start going backwards. Always. I don't like the backwards pitch play either. We got the Never Daunted Radio Network. We offer you Indiana, our Indiana, Indiana. We're all for you. Love you guys, Never Daunted. Love you guys at Crimson Cast. Love the guys at Crimson Query. I love my Indiana alums and fans out there. We've all been giving each other nothing but hugs and high fives on social media for a few days now. First time in human history we're in the month of November and Indiana football and Indiana men's and women's basketball are all undefeated at the same time. That is unbelievable. By the way, last 19 NCAA tournaments have been won by a team that was undefeated through Thanksgiving. I'm not saying Indiana's going to win the NCAA tournament, but they are undefeated through Thanksgiving. There's like 19 teams that are still alive out there for that stat. All right, this is a football live stream. Here we go. That's a first down from the Cleveland Browns, who are officially now establishing the run. It is happening on this drive. We've got an awful lot of 49ers defensive players on their heels right now, and there's a reason why. They got the graphic up. Bosa, Michael Williams, Sam McQuinu, Yetur Gross-Matos, Fred Warner, Tatum Bethune. We all are on IR or out. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players that are very important. 2 of them are future Hall of Famers. And the fact that the 49ers are 8-4 with all of their problems, this truly is one of the single greatest seasons Kyle Shanahan has ever coached. No, but Damon, I said that Kyle was trash. Sure you did. I love when people volunteer what they do not understand. The Niners are getting kicked in the dicks right now, though. I mean, they really are. This is the most physical drive of the day for Cleveland, without a doubt, and it will bring us to the 2-minute warning. I agree with you here. I would have gone for it on 4th and 4 too. But erring on the side of caution, it's who Kyle is, and more often than not, it benefits him. And right now, he's not paying the price yet. Let's see where this drive goes. I think it was kind of a coin flip. I don't like the way he flipped the coin, but I understand it. I think that there are plenty of times to where you can really sit down and scratch your head and go, what was Kyle thinking? I understand what he was thinking right there. Dame, will there be a Big Ten championship game live stream? No, there will be friends and beers at Monahan's. I am. By the way, if you want to watch the Big Ten title game, I'm going to be watching it at Monahan's in downtown San Francisco. Well, the marina. Me and my boys, we're going to Monos. That's where big things. I've seen the Blackhawks win Stanley Cups at Monahan's. I have seen the Chicago Cubs win a World Series at Monahan's. I'm going to Monahan's. That's my boy Patrick's Bar. Good things happen for me in there. I love you, Dublin or West Portal, but I'm going to be watching the Big Ten title game at Monos. Got some horrible tackling. Doug, you're right on this drive. The 49ers have been getting stomped on a little bit. But it's not just horrible tackling. This is some pretty good running by the Browns as well. That this is what they do well. I thought that they were going to establish it much earlier in this game today. And they're doing it right now. Maybe Shanahan should take some notes on running offense. I'm going to tell you right now, nobody has studied anyone's running game more than the NFL has studied Kyle's. Yeah, is Ricky out there today? I haven't even seen him yet. Haven't heard his name yet. I saw him sit down for like a pregame something. How are you? But he is yet to be involved in this game in any way, shape, or form. Fuji says, looking forward to you and Larry live streaming a bowl game. We'll do some game. We'll do some game out there. Larry and I will do that together. We'll have some fun. But I can't be broadcasting during an Indiana game. I'm way too emotionally connected to that. You don't need that. I don't need that. The world doesn't need that. By the way, Curtis Robinson is still in this game, and that is good news for the 49ers after he was being looked at earlier. All right, well, it's 1st and 10. 90 seconds remaining in the half. 7-0 49ers, and the Browns are starting to threaten the red zone. Big tackle behind the line of scrimmage right there. Hello, Alfred Collins. Bryce Huff was in on that as well. 2nd and 9 after a real nice tackle right there. So there we go. The first pushback against a very ground-dominant drive for the Browns so far on this drive. Ninth play of this drive. Shador steps up in the pocket, and he has a touchdown. Wow, that was soft, Niners, all the way around. That was bad tackling, bad coverage, and Shador had time to order a pizza. He throws it to Harold Fannin. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, now you definitely should have gone for it on 4th and 4. That was just bad. That was bad all the way around. Renardo Green had a chance to come up and make a tackle. He just did the ole on that. Jair Brown kind of ole'd that. That was just bad effort. That's a bad rep for everyone wearing a 49er uniform right there. That was not good. Not good at all. Robert Saleh is not going to like that. Wait, we got a flag here on the point after touchdown. Illegal substitution, 12 players on the 49ers on the field. And no shenanigans. It's not like the Browns are going to now go for 2. All right. Oh, wait a minute. They are going to go for 2. They took Shador off the field as they line up to go for 2. Interesting little situation happening right here. Browns feeling really good about running the ball. They are lining up. We got just Wildcat. Ball is snapped directly to Judkins, and they're saying that he's in. But, man, the 49ers got really good pushback right there. Is he in? Is he in? I really don't know if he was in. I don't think he was in. I mean, that did not look like a definitive he is not in for sure angle for me at all. Do you have anything that is right down the goal line? I can't tell that ball broke the plane of the goal. I can't tell that at all. But I guess they're calling it Browns 8, 49ers 7. I think Kyle didn't challenge something incorrectly for the second time today. I thought he should have challenged a Kendrick Bourne catch earlier in this game. Now, is that even something that you do challenge? I mean, doesn't that trigger an automatic challenge because it's a scoring play and all scoring plays are automatically reviewed? I would have liked to have seen the proper camera angle on that, though. By the way, that was a 10-play, 90-yard drive that took 5:42 off the clock. Broke the plane. You think so? Mike saying he loves the live stream. Well, thank you very much, Mike. I love doing it. I really do. It's an awful lot of fun. Thank you for being here. I don't think he exactly crossed. I mean, can I get another angle on this? Can I get another angle on this? Joseph Ernberg says, well, we lose this one. The streak continues. Lot of game left here. A lot of game left. Calm down, everyone. Oh, one of my favorite commercials during the NFL season, all these Buffalo Bills fans laying their newborn babies down on styrofoam folding tables to break them. That's great. Mike says only 6 of 50 supers so far. Yeah, I got to tell you, it's been a little light in the pants from the super standpoint. I understand everybody's got, the holidays coming up. I will say this, Larry Kruger's crowd is staggeringly more generous than ours at times, but that's okay. I love you all. I really do. All right. 39 seconds, 2 timeouts, down by 1. What are the 49ers going to do here at the end of this half? Is Kyle going to Hunt one big shot to see where he is after one big shot? Or is he just going to kind of push his way out of this drive and go into the half down by 1? Let's see. All right. Attacking downfield, Brock Purdy looking for Juwan Jennings, but that ball is thrown incomplete, out of bounds. I mean, the 49ers wide receivers just kind of suck. They really do. These guys do not pop open. They are not making big plays. All right, 2nd and 10. Purdy. Watch this be just a little kind of dump off to McCaffrey. He's got to get rid of that one. He was under a lot of pressure. That is an incomplete pass. Clock stops again. You know, I'm going to tell you right now, we really have not used the name Myles Garrett once today. Little pressure on that pass, but the 49ers offensive line has done a pretty good job keeping Purdy clean so far. Let's see if Brock can get something going here. Beautiful pass. Ricky Pearsall, he's still on the team. That's a first down. He goes out of bounds, preserving the 2 timeouts. So Brock has a lot of options here. 21 seconds remaining. That's a first down to Ricky Pearsall. First catch in a long time for Ricky. Oh, Ricky earns another snap with that catch. Okay. Brock, ball is just under the 50-yard line. Brock downfield. He finds Jawan Jennings. First down. Trying to get into the edge of Matt Gay field goal range or set up to take a shot into the end zone. 14 seconds is what remains for the Niners. They're going to have 1 timeout to play with so they can stop the ball or stop the clock once here. All right. Browns dominating Chokahan and Salah. Yeah, are you watching the same game I am? No one's dominating anyone in this game. It's pretty even so far. Domination wouldn't be a good way to describe this football game at all. What are you guys watching? Who are you? What fucking fathers raised you as football fans? You don't know shit while you're watching it in real time. Brock, big throw downfield. He finds Kittle. Kittle's got it inside the 10. Are they going to say he stripped that ball? Yes, catch, timeout. George Kittle's got this ball inside the 5. Let's see. Kittle, he caught it. He's down. Then the ball pops out after the fact. That is a completed catch down. Nice throw by Purdy. Even better catch by George Kittle. And the 49ers are going to have a chance here at a chippy field goal. Or do they dare try to run a play into the end zone? What do they got? 4 or 5 seconds? Depends on how many seconds here are on the clock. If it's like 7 seconds, maybe it's 4 seconds is all they got here on this clock. You got to kick the field goal. You got to take the lead here. Here comes Matt Gay. All right, 25-yard attempt from Matt Gay. This better be the easiest kick he makes all year. And, oh, my God, he doinked it. He doinked it in. Oh, my God, he doinked it in. Nothing's easy. But the Niners will take it. Niners lead by 2. Of course they lead by 2. Again, should we go back to how they're getting dominated? I believe what you meant to say was 49ers had the lead at halftime. Dominate that. Melanie Collins talking to Kyle. Kyle's like, Melanie, let me tell you, I am so sick and tired of Jim Schwartz. He really pisses me off every single time that we play. I'm going to give the ball to Christian McCaffrey 30 times after halftime. And I hate Cleveland. And trying to win in Cleveland for the first time since 1984. Again, this was just a few minutes ago. Niners looking awful. Really? That was an awful half of football. They have the lead. The biggest thing that I was worried about today was just a straight up takeover of epic proportions from the Cleveland Browns defense. That hasn't happened. Brock Purdy has not been sacked. This is kind of what I was expecting today. I thought maybe the 49ers with some good weather might come out and have a little bit more offensively than they've had, but this is kind of where they need to be, I think. This is fine. There's fine. The 49ers have done nothing to guarantee, one outcome either way or the other here, but they're okay. They're well positioned, all things considered. Let's look at some supers, and then we'll get into some halftime stats, shall we? Again, this is where this all started from Mike. He's like, only 6 of 50 supers. I got to contribute. Thank you very much, Mike. Appreciate you getting the people going. Awful end of the half. They get 2 halves too. I guess that was sent before the Niners took the lead there at the end of that half. Here you go, Tommy. Thank you very much. Appreciate you and your generosity. It's a little something for the Ganja Jar. Kyle is coaching like he still has an elite defense. He can't come off his regular season script to win a game. Should have gone for it on 4th and 4 at the 40. I understand you're frustrated. The Niners do have the lead. Little something for the jar from Brett. Thank you very, very much. We got Thomas again coming in. Never mind. Good job, Purdy. Great kick. See how quickly things change. And we got TFS saying, I'm going to go shower. Got to wash off all these shit comments coming from these so-called Niners fans. Yeah, I mean, some of you do love being miserable. And look, there are plenty of opportunities to really be upset at real concerning football things throughout this season. So you don't really have to make them up as they go. I am happy to announce, though, that we have 1,000 eyeballs on this channel right now across all of our streaming platforms, on Twitter, on Twitch, and of course on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. And there is something that I want to show you. We've been updating this throughout the season, and look at where we are right now as we try to get ourselves to 50,000 subs for the bye. That was our goal. We wanted to be at 50,000 subs for the bye week. I do feel that there are enough people in here today to get us to 49,000. And if you're a 49er fan, wouldn't that be nice? Getting me to 49,000 subs as the 49ers are playing. There's some symmetry there, if you don't mind me saying. But thanks to all of you for being a part of this. Really, really do appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Hand Banana says, we got nearly 460 on YouTube and only 260 likes. Go ahead, lean into that like button, if you will. And thank you very much asking for people to do it. All right. Look at that. Oh, I love a ticking odometer. Look at that. Thank you so very, very much. Speaking of look at that, let's go ahead and look at some stats here in this game. We got Brock, 9 of 15 to start the day today. He has got 115 yards, averaging 7.7 yards per throw. The number that I did not expect on that stat line, though, 0 sacks. Brock Purdy has been sacked 0 times. Shador already has been sacked once for 13 yards. He's 8 of 11 for 96 yards. And I tell you, the Browns got a really good game plan in there for Shador Sanders today. They are just asking him to take, it's can't go broke taking a profit football. They're putting Shador into comfortable, easy to manage throws. It's a really good game plan for Stefanski. It really is. Only 6 carries for 9 yards for Christian McCaffrey so far. 10 carries, 19 yards, 1.9 average. So if you're looking for a place to improve a second half attack, it's by getting that running game going. Better than that, less than 2 yards per carry. That ain't going to get it done. 3 catches, 53 yards for George Kittle. Kyle Juszczyk's got a catch for 23 yards. Couple catches for Pearsall. Couple catches for McCaffrey. 9 catches, 115 yards spread out among the 49ers. And look at Cleveland Farrell and Malik Mustafa right now. Malik Mustafa having a lead of tackles for the 49ers. Let's check out some team stats so far. Again, Kyle, no matter what, usually cranks out 20 or something first downs and 300-ish yards of offense, no matter what is happening, no matter who is out there right now. 9 first downs, 26 total plays run, 134 yards, 5.2 yards per play. Browns are at 5.5. Again, only 19 rushing yards. Browns are almost to 100 rushing yards. That is a place where the Niners need to get better instantly. It has been a dominating time of possession for the Browns so far. 17:49 to 12:11 for the 49ers time of possession. So, look, it is not a great half of football, but it wasn't a bad half of football at all for the San Francisco 49ers. I bet you that if you had sold that to Kyle at the beginning of the game, he probably would have bought it. All right, enough of this sneaker nonsense. All right. We got Allison coming in. Is it really 49er football? If you're not watching DB during the game, thank you, Plus, for the live stream. Go Niners, faithful since 87. Allison, thank you so very, very much to you and yours. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I hope all of you had a fantastic Thanksgiving. I really, really do. Niners can put a nice little cherry on top of this weekend with a win here. And they're going to need to do it. We got, let's look around real quick here. Let's look around. We got some serious NFL action going on all over the place here. As always, you are chasing the Rams, right? You're chasing the Los Angeles Rams. They're at halftime, up 21-17 in Carolina. A couple of interceptions already for Matthew Stafford to go with a couple of touchdowns as well. A little bit later on today, as we look at the West, got the Vikings at the Seahawks. Seahawks sitting at 8-3, but are funny. They're just 3-2 at home, where the Vikings have only won once at home this year. They're 3-3 away. The Vikings, for whatever reason, are a better road team than most would expect because they're not having a particularly good year. Can the Vikings shock the Seahawks a little bit later today? If you're a Niner fan, you'd love to see that. We will see what the Carolina Panthers do. We got here, Garrett, your worst nightmare, 0 sacks. Ha! Well, look, this isn't me kind of exaggerating who he is and what he's doing this year. The Myles Garrett phenomenon is not to be laughed at. This is what this guy is doing this season. Myles Garrett is out sacking NFL franchises all by himself. He's got more sacks this year than the Niners, the Jaguars, the Buccaneers, the Panthers, the Bears, the Raiders, the Bengals, the Chiefs, the Eagles, the Dolphins, the Jets, the Commanders, the Ravens, or the Saints have. This guy is doing everything he can to win an MVP defensively. Not that any MVP will ever be given to a defender ever again. That is now basically a quarterback award, but there is no sleeping on what Myles Garrett is doing to this league. He is wrecking shop. Today, he has not. It's still early. If you don't think that Myles Garrett has a sack or 2 in him today, you have not been paying attention to what this guy does. We'll see what the second half looks like, but so far, the Niners' offensive line has done a hell of a job containing Myles Garrett. There's no doubt about that. Again, it is good to be at halftime. It is good to have you here. Thank you very much for stopping on by today. Let me tell you one more time that we got merch available. You can check out the store right now. I think we got a really good logo. We put it on some T-shirts, some sweatshirts, put it on a couple beer koozies, a coffee mug. Check out Shopping the Plus this holiday. We've got my man Ike just coming up with absolutely delicious sandwiches day in, day out. I had a great Thanksgiving. I'm all done with Thanksgiving leftovers. I need something other than a turkey-related food item for a long time here. Get yourself to Ike's. Get something that isn't a turkey sandwich at Ike's, and hopefully there is an Ike's around you. Whenever you pick up that sandwich, head to the Dubliner West portal. You tell Kenny and John that Damon sent you. They're going to take great care of you. One of the best neighborhood bars in all of San Francisco and one of the best neighborhoods in all of San Francisco. West Portal, sneaky, awesome neighborhood. It really is. And Muni will pick you up and drop you off right out front out there. And let me tell you, our friends at Sleeper right now will give you a $100 deposit match up to $100 using promo code Damon. Use the link that is right in the description of today's video to get that done. And you can be playing on Sleeper this afternoon. Sleeper has got an incredible interface. You make your own prop bets. You cobble it together yourself. And here's how I am looking today. Again, Shedeur Sanders has thrown the ball 11 times. I got him under 27 and a half attempts. George Kittle, over 45 and a half receiving yards. Guess what? He's already hit it. He's at 53. Christian McCaffrey, anytime touchdown, he's already been in the end zone. That's already come in. I need Christian McCaffrey to have, let's see, he's got 2 catches. He needs 3 more receptions in the second half. McCaffrey, get involved in that passing game. And Shedeur Sanders, stay uninvolved in the passing game. And I could be turning $10 into 100 plus over on Sleeper. And it's just that easy. They got all sorts of performance boosts and game day boosts and free picks to enhance your picks. I mean, it's a cool app. It really, really is. And of course, as always in the world of wagering, do so responsibly. We all know that. Thanking my incredible listeners here. Incredible viewers. I mean, we're not just listening anymore, right? That's the world we're living in. Let me get back to some supers. Again, Allison, thank you so very, very much. Congrats on your Hoosiers. What a beatdown if they can do that. Can't we, Ploosers? I'm spinning vinyl. December 20th, Castro Valley. Bring your vinyl. There you go. Go out and take care of my man Jude, who came in and spun for us at Plus Mania. If you bring this man a record in a bar, he will play it for you. I mean, probably like if you show up with Disco Duck, he's probably not going to do that. I mean, they want people to enjoy the bar, for goodness sakes. Oh my gosh, we're getting spammed. What assholes. Okay. What do we got here? SRSOS2. Yo, Damon, for personal reasons, I cannot join Team Plus, but thanks for the heads up about the merch. I will get over after the game. I'll grab something because I appreciate what you do here. Go Niners. Well, thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. Third quarter underway. Oh, my goodness. We're going to have Cleveland start with the ball. And you know what I forgot to do during halftime was take a leak. I'm going to take a leak, and I'll be right back, okay? Watch, I even have a very fancy banner right there. Bathroom break. Be right back. Who's in charge while I'm gone? Let's see who's in here. Who's in here while I'm gone? Let's see. Mike Val SF, you're in charge until I'm back, Mike. This is you, Mike. You're talking about locks. Mike, you're in charge until I get back. Don't break anything. All right. Little too chilly to just run outside for a backyard pee today. So we had to run upstairs. Did Mike take care of everything while I was gone? There we go. Everyone good? Right. I should have like a little elevator music to play while I was away. The dead air. It shouldn't happen. Dead air, always the worst of enemies of broadcasting. But here we go. 10 pounds lighter. Let me tell you, that was a serious pee that I just took. It felt good. You've been drinking coffee since 8:30 in the morning. Level P right there. All right, 2nd and 7. Here we go. 13:05. What'd we miss? Nothing. Ball's approaching Cleveland's midfield. Oh, Keon White. What a tackle. Oh, he just came up and stuck that running back. There's a big boy hit. Watch this play. If you got this on right now, watch Can't White just come up here. Judkins, boom. Wow, that was big hit. Big hit. There you go. Keon White drinks. Yeah, well, look at it this way. He just took a shot, that's for sure. All right, 3rd and 7. Get off the field. Sanders, incomplete. Nice job by Curtis Robinson coming on up in coverage right there. Incomplete, 4th and 7, and it is punt time for the 49ers defense. There you go. Well, no damage done on the opening drive of the second half by Cleveland's offense. That's good news for the 49ers, and let's go. Had an incredible 66-yard return from Sky Moore on Cleveland's first punt of the day. Let's see what Sky Moore can cook up right here. That ball is going to bounce. Sky Moore comes up and fields it. Always be careful with that. Man. His hands secured it, though, and he got blasted right away. Held on to it. No harm, no foul right there. All right, Purdy's starting to warm it up. 49ers offense going to get back out on the field here when we come out of a commercial break. Let me go ahead and get everything that we need back up here. Boom, boom, boom. We got our score bug. We got to delete some spamming. Damon, you missed it. They lost their starting left tackle with a concussion. Cleveland's starting left tackle went out. That ain't bad. You'll take that every single chance that you can get it for sure. Cam Robinson's going to miss the rest of this game today. Again, that doesn't hurt. That doesn't hurt. Look at Mike catching me up on what I missed. That Mike, from now on, when I go to a bathroom, we're going to leave you in charge. Very good. Thank you. Vish says, I think it was a good decision to catch that. You don't want that ball to hit Luter. Look, you just need to start yelling, Peter, or run, whatever your code word is for get away from the football. You got to be yelling it right there. That's, to me, you're better off just getting the hell out of the way than trying to inject yourself into that play. Once that ball bounces, man, weird things happen. Weird things happen. Yeah, Zoff miss. Moore didn't fumble. Whew, okay, exactly. I mean, that's nothing could be worse for the 49ers right now than a just hand you the ball back level turnover. Why do we say Peter? I don't know. It's just one of those handed down from generations to special team. All I know is that when I was in high school, that was the code word for get away from the ball on my high school football team. You hear somebody yell, Peter, you basically just start running towards the bench. Just get off the field. Stay away from the football if you hear someone yelling Peter. I don't know why. I don't know how. It just is. Now, Indiana Jim is saying we say Peter because it's easy to hear. Okay. I mean, so is Kevin, but we don't say Kevin. Shout out all you Kevins out there. All right, so it's 1st and 10 for the 49ers. And Brock gets one away right as he's being hit. He throws it to Juszczyk. He's going to pick up a few yards right there. That's the closest the Cleveland Browns have come to sacking Brock all day. It was good to get rid of that. Myles Garrett just lining up, and man, he ran right around Trent Williams. I mean, Trent just cannot hang with Myles Garrett, really. You want to talk about passing of a baton between two Hall of Fame players. McCaffrey running hard, picks up the first down. 2nd and 6 becomes 1st and 10. Again, I say that, Trent is getting his doors run off of him today. He hasn't given up a sack, though, but there is no doubt, man. Myles Garrett is just a monster. Whenever you can run around Trent Williams pretty easily, you're a hell of a player. McCaffrey takes it into the hole again, picks up a couple on 1st and 10. Well, it looks like a little ankle, little knee getting shook out by McGuire. We got a Brown down on the field. JJ says, there's probably a guy named Peter who would do it over and over again, and everyone yelled at him to get his attention to stop. Maybe that was it. Yeah, we had an idiot on our team. His name was Peter, so that became the code word for don't do something stupid. All right, now we're getting spammed from like NFL Yugoslavia. Let me delete that. Let me unspam that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there's some wild spam right now. Hog the ball. Let's go. Indiana Jim says, to test Kevin, try saying it with a mouthpiece. It's like one of those back in the mouth names there. It's not up on your test. Kevin. I don't know. I have no mouthpiece to put on. Spam only sizzles when you're hot, baby. Again, spamming is a necessary evil, I guess. So thank you for noticing here, Jude, saying looking good today, crystal clear broadcast so far. We don't want to jinx anything, but before we came on the air today, I reset the router. I unplugged, my IT department is simply unplug it, plug it back in, hope for the best. So that's what we did to the router before we started here today. And we're doing what we can. CMC is saving the game, whether not Kyle's. Hold on, wait here. CMC is saving the game, and whether not Kyle's Kyle, LOL, Kyle's. Look, Christian McCaffrey is the entire 49ers offense, basically, and has been since the day he was traded for. Little broken play right there. And we had a spinning around in two directions Brock Purdy. No one was where they were supposed to be, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 6. Brock just had to throw it away. Look at Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett's just laughing at Brock. He's like, that didn't go well, did it? Brock's like, no, I just had to get rid of that. Kind of a funny moment right there. All right. 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6. Brock, first down to Juwan Jennings. Don't lie like Scorpion. We're not always looking good over here. There's a reason why this was a radio career, but thank you very much. Lick Scorpion, my wife, and my mom are all like, he's a handsome boy. Thank you. Okay. Excuse me. 1st and 10. Ball getting close to the 50-yard line here. We got McCaffrey in motion across the pattern. That is a throw to use check. It is in the ground, though. There's a flag. Are they saying that use check got held? Nope. We got an eligible man downfield here for the 49ers on that play. That was on Trent Williams. Trent Williams was the ineligible man downfield. So that'll bring it to 2nd and 15. By the way, we got a game break in Carolina where the Panthers have just taken a lead on the Los Angeles Rams. How about that? Brock gets away from the Cleveland defense right there. They nearly had him sacked. He throws it out of bounds. Nice job by Brock keeping that one alive. Goodness, he was under pressure right there. That pocket was collapsing all around Brock, and he got it away just to get rid of it and not take that loss. Was a nice play. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. Browns right around him. Got rid of it. Nice job, Brock. Nice job, Brock. Been hurried 10 times, knocked down 3 times, has not been sacked on 19 dropbacks. Brock fires that one to Juwan Jennings. Incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd and 15. We got another Brown sitting on the football field right now. Who is that? Trent Williams is in the way. I cannot tell who that is. Is that Collins? Yeah, it's Malik Collins. Okay. Well, he's grabbing his knee right there, too. Well, he's sitting up. All right, so we're taking a little break there. Commercial break. Again, thank you for being here today. We're at nearly 2 hours of this stream, over 1,000 people watching across all of our streams right now on YouTube, on Twitter, and on Twitch. Thank you so much for being here. Hit like and subscribe if you would, please. We want to let you know that we are growing this channel, and it's thanks to you that we are officially growing it. Where are we now? Oh, my goodness. We need, what are we talking? 31? Yeah, 31 more subs today, and we'll be at 49,000 subs. The goal was to be at 50,000 subs by the bye week. I mean, I don't think we're going to add 1,000 subs during the bye week, but we'll see. We might get there, especially if each and every one of you can go ahead and lean in right now and hit subscribe. There are plenty of you who are not subscribing, who could absolutely just make my day by tapping subscribe. Thank you so much. What do we got here? Someone saying, Damon, we cannot see your face on Twitch. It's showing half your face. Well, is it now anymore. Hopefully it's not anymore. Sometimes it shrinks. Sometimes it grows. I guess that's what the guys tell everybody, right? Look at My Nostrils trying to get us there to 50,000. Thank you very much, My Nostrils. Appreciate you. We're getting a Mac Jones, please. Mac Jones, please. Look, I don't know why you're saying Mac Jones, please. Brock hasn't done anything to rattle anyone's confidence here today. As a matter of fact, I'd like to remind you that the 49ers are winning this game. Purdy's 11 for 20, 126 yards. Yeah, not his most efficient game, that's for sure. But we've seen an awful lot worse. Max Samuel says, bye week, finally, need to regroup. Oh, there isn't a team in football. There isn't a team in football that needs a bye week as much as the 49ers do. By the way, Collins did have a cart come out and get him. Yeah, sure. The pool was cold. Spy versus spy. Shrinkage. All right. We got a flag on this play. Who's this flag on? Are the 49ers going to get another shot here on 3rd and long or what? What do we got? Holding on the 49ers. Browns will decline the penalty, and it is punt time for San Francisco. Spencer Burford. All right, Thomas Morstead, what can you do to give the Niners some good field position here? Big punt. Down to about the 20, fair caught. A little bit of an adventurous fair catch there by Cleveland. No harm, no foul all around. Not the greatest punt of all time, but again, nothing disastrous happened, so that's not bad. I would like to see a little bit more run get established. It's hard to establish a run, I guess, when you're averaging 2.5 yards per carry on the afternoon. And that's where the 49ers are. They are not running the ball. Christian McCaffrey has only got 8 carries in this game. Demarcus Robinson has a carry. Brian Robinson Jr. has 3 carries for 4 yards. Brock, 1 carry for 2 yards today. Again, what can I... If we win this game today, Brock needs to go. Again, just, stupid gets to live for free on the internet, I guess. Pass from Shedeur to the sidelines, picks up about 8 to Jerry Jeudy. It's going to set up a 2nd and short. And by the way, we're at 8:56, 55, 54, 8:50 right now. 49, 48, tick, 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 tick. Hopefully you're all synced up. Hopefully you are all synced up here. All right. What do we got? 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2 on a much nicer day in Cleveland than anyone expected. That's what I'm saying. We don't have an empty backfield there, but Shedeur is under center. Judkins gets stopped on 2nd and 2, picks up 1, and 3rd and short is what the 49ers defense is going to be looking at right here, right now. 3rd and 1. Barry coming in. Mary says, toss some love to Jillian, the IT girl. Thank you very much, Barry. Yeah, Jillian hooked us up with the new router. She told me how to unplug it and plug it back in. I said, honey, how do I reset this? She's like, you take the power out, you idiot, and put it back in. I said, oh, okay. The 49ers just forced 4th down? I think the 49ers just forced 4th down, kids. 49ers have already prevented the Browns from finding success on 4th and short. And there's another chance to do it right here. 4th and 1. What are you going to do, Cleveland? 49ers defensive line, man, having a better afternoon than a lot of people thought that they would have. 4th and 1. Cleveland's got their offense out on the field still. Stefanski's going for it. I mean, this would just be plum field position for the 49ers if they can get a stop right here. And I do think they got the stop. Oh, my God, Cleveland fumbled the ball. The 49ers got the ball, and they're basically in the red zone. God, Cleveland is just so Cleveland. Like, what are you doing? Like, your defense is playing well enough to where you punt the ball away. What are you doing, Stefanski? I mean, the Niners will take it, but good God. Shador dropped that ball. Shador never had it. That ball was snapped into Shador's knuckles. Ball went right down. Wow. Niners will take it. Niners are absolutely going to take that. Who's saying the Niner D sucks? You losers. Well, look, the Niners D is, bend, don't break. And on that one, they didn't break. Take it. McCaffrey, spinning, still running. They pick up about 5 there, I think. Again, I need a couple more catches from McCaffrey. 3, as a matter of fact. Can we throw the ball to Christian just a little bit here, please? Christian McCaffrey runs it again and gets about what he's averaging today, 2 yards. Damon Geppetto says, so many negative Nancy-ass fans. Go to one of the whiner streamers. Plenty of them out there. Again, there is a 20% of Niners fans, people who claim to be Niners fans, who are always rooting against the Niners at all times in games they're winning. It's really weird. Bunch of you had some shithead fathers who raised some real pussy-ass football fans. Oh, no, Damon, we just know more than you do. You definitively do not know more than I do. Stop it. Stop it. Bunch of pearl clutchers. McCaffrey runs it again. McCaffrey's running it again. Look at Kyle wants to start shortening this game right here. He wants to kill clock on this drive, rightfully so. You would love this to be a 4 or 5 minute yard drive, 4 or 5 minute drive at least. Just gobble up some clock. And McCaffrey's touching the ball almost every single snap here. Ball inside the 20-yard line, 2nd and 9. McCaffrey, little shovel pass. That's a reception, by the way. Okay, so they threw the ball to Christian McCaffrey for a little shovel. That's going to set up 3rd and long, though. It didn't go anywhere. The Browns were all over it. All right. Third and 9. One of the bigger plays of this game right here. McCaffrey's off the field right now. Brock throws to Kittle inside the 5-yard line. First down for the 49ers, first and goal. Okay. Look, Anthony, here comes a kick. Again, rooting against his team on third down. Why do you even claim to be a Niner fan? Just rooting against your team on third down. First down to your Hall of Fame tight end. Don't be a dick. Pass out to McCaffrey. Pitch back to McCaffrey. Tick, tick, tick. It's going to set up second and goal. Hey, diddle, diddle. Brett Euchre, not Bree Tucker. Get it right. Thank you very much, Brett. Thank you. Second and goal from the 2-yard line. We got Kittle in motion. We got McCaffrey with the handoff. He runs it up the middle and doesn't get much. Third and goal, and I'm out of coffee. Damn. By the way, we do have the IU water bottle, the much-loved IU water bottle that is hardly an IU anymore. This thing's been through wars. All right. Third and goal. McCaffrey. No, it's a keeper. Brock took it and kept it himself. Oh, my gosh. Brock with the RPO. He kept it. He runs in. Turf toe that, everybody. Touchdown, 49ers. Very nice little call right there. Look at this RPO. Watch everybody bite on McCaffrey as hard as possible. And why wouldn't you? He's been touching the ball this entire time. Great run there. Oh, man, Purdy sold that perfectly. There you go. Not bad, right? Huh? And the Niners aren't going to mess around going for two, anything stupid like that. They're going to take the point after, and they're going to make this a 17-8 football game. And just like that, the 49ers have assumed a little bit of control of a pretty evenly matched game so far. Okay. What do we got here? How short is the female 49ers photographer? Do the 49ers have a female photographer? I don't know. I'm sorry. I do not know. I can't answer that question for you. Damon, I said if the Niners won the game 10-8, Purdy needs to go. It is 17-8, and Purdy is contributing. Oh, so you're reevaluating the player based on one drive? That's absurd. That's absurd. Come on. Someone says she's like 4'8". Her name is Kim. Okay. All right. 4'8" Kim. Thank you very much, Kim Schaefer. Kim knows other Kims. We got Robert. Bruce, you're great, but the best watch Madden 1 call plays is what you got to watch the best. What? But to be the best, watch Madden call plays. To be the best, you got to watch the best. Okay. Well, thanks for watching. She's 4'9". By the way, does it mean she's like shooting everybody up? Does everybody look big and intimidating based on her actual shooting angles? I could see why they hired her, right? Purdy's in command of this offense, checking into the right plays, protecting the ball. He is more than contributing. He's doing what he needs to do today. Love that RPO by Brock. 2-possession lead. Let's freaking go. Thank you, Joey. Appreciate you. All right. That was a 9-play, 32-yard drive, taking 5:36 off the clock. Touchdown scored on a Brock Purdy RPO keeper where everybody bit on the McCaffrey fake handoff, and Brock basically jogged it in. Turf toe, no problems there at all. I mean, you tell me, if you honestly believed we would get ourselves here with about 90 seconds to play in the fourth quarter, or 90 seconds to play in the third quarter, and the 49ers have yet to give up a sack. Who would have ever thought? Who would have ever thought? So you just had Cleveland's kick returner's gravity pull himself out of bounds, and that is a bad special teams play by Cleveland that will benefit the 49ers greatly, and Cleveland is just backing up. They're going to start this drive on their own 5-yard line. What are they resetting the play clock, the game clock here? We got some clock operator issue, something. Cleveland starts at their own 5-yard line. Handoff to Judkins, and man, that was played well by Malik Mustafa, who just comes on up and boom, makes a nice tackle right at or behind the line of scrimmage. Okay. By the way, Carolina is still on top of the Rams, 24-21. Indianapolis and Houston tied at 13. Arizona just scored in Tampa. Tampa trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. The NFC West, everyone playing right now. Shador tries to find one with his foot in the end zone down the sideline. That ball's going to fall incomplete, and it is 3rd and 10. And the Browns have painted themselves into a high leverage play right here. Because, I mean, you don't gain a yard from right here. You are punting from the back of your own end zone. Big play. Like a seal the deal level play here on 3rd and 10. Huge play for the 49ers defense right here. Cleveland in all sorts of bad trouble. Shador from the end zone. We got a flag in the end zone. I think we're going to have a safety. I think we got a safety. We got a holding on the Browns left tackle in the end zone, and this is a safety. Robert Saleh, he's feeling it. We got a safety. We got a safety. By the way, this is going to really hurt everyone shitting all over the 49ers defense right here, right? Got a safety. Oh, wait a minute. What are they saying? Face mask? Holding? If it's in the end zone, it's a safety. They're not granting the safety? It's no? Then what about intentional grounding, though, from Shador? Dude, I think the Niners just got a little screwed there. Hold on. Face mask, offense, penalty declined, 4th down. It's not a safety. What are you saying? Okay, so the hold is in the end zone. This is ridiculous. And this is without a doubt intentional grounding by Shador. I mean, I think that should have been a free 2 points and kick the ball away. All right, but it's not. The Browns are punting here. A little ball don't lie would mean this is a block punt in the end zone for a touchdown. But let's see what happens. Punt is away. Sky Moore catches, holds on, no fumble. So it's going to be great starting field position, but God, that looked like a safety. It seems like the 49ers have been jobbed by the officials, not once, not twice, but 3 times today. Yeah, 100% a safety. Oh, Kiffin to LSU. Did he decide to completely destroy the concept of Ole Miss? He went from trying to do the best by Ole Miss to absolutely holding them hostage. I'm going to say this right now. Fuck Lane Kiffin. He seems to suck. He's only as loyal as his next opportunity. It looks good to him. I probably take the LSU job too, but I would have done it in a much better, cleaner way that wasn't so screwed up. We got Christian McCaffrey running with this ball again, and now the 49ers are just going to play an awful lot of clock bleed here. They're not going to run another play this quarter. I think we're going to get to the end of the third. Yeah, I absolutely think, Mike, that should have been a safety. A lot of people are saying safety, safety, safety. Refs giving Cleveland a break. Are they doing their best to keep this one in the game? They're keeping Cleveland in this game more than Cleveland does? Tree Man says, Jiggy Purdy with the touchdown celebration dance. He did have a nice little dance there, didn't he? Purdy was happy. Can we get another photo of BT Bruin? I don't know what you're talking about right there. Yeah. I do know what you're talking about. Yes, you're talking about UCLA tits. That Jillian's not partying with her today. Sorry, he can't do it. Brock haters wanted that Shador safety. We got Barry Ford saying, what was the Bruce Thanksgiving table? We had turnip greens, turkey dressing, linguine, green bean casserole, sweet potato casserole, and some chitlins. That sounds very Southern and right all the way around. So we did a Thanksgiving the weekend before that was like turkey and all the trimmings. I did pork chops. I didn't want to do turkey twice in a row. We did pork chops, stuffing, gravy, all the trimming that comes with that, grilled them up, absolutely crushed it. Desserts were great. Stuffing was great. Mashed potatoes were great. We kept it simple this year. Horse shit, no call. What a joke. Should be 19-18 right now, Joe. I agree with you, man. I cannot believe that wasn't a safety. Let me see here. What I can't believe is that it's already the fourth quarter. And when it's the fourth quarter, we need to go ahead and say thank you very, very much to those who are taking care of us over here. And that always starts with our sponsors. We want to say thank you so much to my man Ike, who's got something absolutely delicious waiting for you at an Ike's restaurant. Sign up for that Love Rewards program right now. You start earning your way towards free sandwiches when you sign up. And if there isn't an Ike's around you, it's time to move. That's how good these sandwiches really are. Get yourself to Ike's. You'll be happy that you did. We want to thank our friends at the Dubliner West Portal. As always, we thank you, Dubliner, for all you do for the program. And thank you so much to Sleeper. Sleeper is the place to go. It is the world's fastest growing fantasy site. It is a great place to put your own parlay together. And let me tell you how mine is looking today. We're on pace, baby. We need McCaffrey with a couple more catches and keep Shador out of the air. Out of the air. Shador only has 16 pass attempts, 27.5. I took the under. Kittle's already gone over. We got a McCaffrey anytime touchdown. If we can get Christian McCaffrey a grand total of 2 more catches. Excuse me. Yeah, 2 more catches for Christian McCaffrey is what I need. Let's see if we can get there. All right, we are back underway in Cleveland. Sorry, I even missed a couple of plays there while I was saying thanks to the sponsors and thanks to all of you. Please hit like and subscribe all the way around. And where are we here? Setting up 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4. All right. It's a big 4 yards in this football game right here. This is a big 4 yards. And for the first time today, Myles Garrett has sacked Brock Purdy. It was going to happen at some point. That was a big 4th down, or excuse me, that was a big 3rd and 4. And Myles Garrett knew it, and he responded. And for the first time today, Purdy goes down in the backfield. Absolutely he just dusted Trent Williams like he was some scrub. I mean, Trent Williams, the greatness of Trent Williams is in the rearview mirror of Trent's career. He can offer you very good left tackle. He is no longer state of the art. I mean, who among us are at this age? But Myles Garrett just absolutely turned Trent Williams into oh my goodness, fumble. Niners got the ball, a special teams play that actually goes in the 49ers direction. Oh my goodness, an absolutely botched punt, and Darrell Luter Jr. recovers the fumble. This just absolutely hits the Browns returner in his hands and just right through him. He called for the fair cut. Boop. Oh my God. Oh, the Cleveland Browns suck. Oh, the Cleveland Browns. Oh my gosh, the 49ers are going to take that and they're going to win this football game on that play alone. You would think this is just such a great setup here. Great setup. Special team, game ball. Yeah, really. Huge return earlier in this game, a 66-yarder for Sky Moore, and right there, oh my God, a Kyle Williams level fumble. I mean, let's not speak of him ever again, and this isn't the NFC title game, but wow, what a break for the 49ers who get the ball back inside the red zone, 1st and 10 now, just get the chance to just eat clock, and Brock is going to have to throw that one away. Again, Kyle, get the fucking clock ticking. Run the ball on 1st down right here. Get the clock ticking or set up a really easy tick, tick, tick play. What are you doing, Kyle? Some ham-handed play action that nobody bid on. Okay, 2nd and 10. Second and 10, pitch back to McCaffrey, who steps through a tackle, then unfortunately runs out of bounds. That's right. The clock doesn't stop when that happens anymore. 3rd and 6 is what the 49ers will have when they come on back here. We got Equalizer QI says, like and subscribe to the legend. I appreciate their Eat It Ikes. If you had money to beat the Super Bowl, who would you go with? I'd go 49ers Broncos. What say you? I cannot put the 49ers in the Super Bowl at this particular time. But I think they're a playoff team, and I think it's as wide open a football season as I've ever seen, and any team in the playoffs will have a legitimate shot to maybe go to the Super Bowl this year. I'm still not ready to put the Broncos in the Super Bowl. What if the Chicago Bears are in the Super Bowl? Oh, my God. I still don't know. I still do not know who's going to the Super Bowl, and anyone who claims to speak on authority, I think, is talking out of their rear ends right now. I don't know. It's so wide open. It's never been this wide open. You know, a very good team will win the Super Bowl. There is no greatness in this league this year. That was coming. He almost fumbled it twice before. Yeah, seriously. It's been a little bit of an adventure on special teams today for Cleveland, not the Niners, for just a fun change, right? We got Joe Young saying, horseshit, no call. What a joke, should be 19-8. We already did that. Thank you very much, though, Joe. Here it is, 3rd and 6. Big play right here. Purdy finds McCaffrey. McCaffrey, first down. Another catch for Christian. Needing that for the sleeper parlay. We are now one Christian McCaffrey catch away and a little less Shedeur Sanders away from having a 4-legger come in today. Thank you, Sleeper. Thank you for being a sponsor. You can get a $100 deposit match by using promo code Damon on the link in the description right at the top of this video. We got Shelby Harris, their D tackle, down right now. All right. 1st and goal. Clock is stopped. 12:06. Again, you don't even want the Niners to score quickly here. Oh, wait a minute. We got Kyle Juszczyk walking off the field right now. He's even unbuckled his pads a little bit right there. So a problem for Kyle Juszczyk, which certainly changes the way 1st and goal might get played here. We've got a preview for the new Avatar movie. I was blown away by the first Avatar. The rest of the Avatars, to me, I'm good. I'm all Avatared out at this point in time. I don't need another 3.5 hour Avatar. Let me guess. There's some struggling with the blue tall people, and at the end, they overcome their struggles and win. Just guessing. Sadly, Damon, I think the Rams are the NFC favorite. Joe, I would put the Rams probably in the postseason representative right now for the NFC. You're probably not wrong. The Chicago Bears might have something to say about that. It's crazy that the Bears just had their biggest win on Black Friday in years in Philadelphia. It feels like the Eagles are starting to fade at the wrong time, for sure. Why no timeout on CMC out of bounds? They keep that clock running. Unless it's under the, 5 minutes to play in the quarter? Oh, now we're complaining about Hollywood. Hollywood just recycles the same crap. Here's the thing. At least James Cameron's trying to do something different, right? He literally pushed movie making far with Avatar. I'll give him that much. But yeah, it's basically, I got bad news. What if I told you every superhero movie is the same story, different costumes, basically? Oh, what do we got? Incorrect. The next Avatar is going to be equivalent to The Empire Strikes Back. Didn't we already do that? Aren't they in their last Avatar? How many of these movies do you want? 1st and goal. Christian McCaffrey goes nowhere. But the clock starts ticking. That's fine. Now the 49ers want to use every single second of this play clock. You got dudes jumping over Jake Brendel to make plays. Ricky Pearsall's in motion. Brock looks like he had McCaffrey open in the flat. Brock, this is where you get in trouble, Brock. Just throw it away. He throws it away. Smart job, Brock. There you go. Live to fight another down. Didn't need down one at all. Again, I just need one more Christian McCaffrey reception. Here we was. Look, I did watch that first Avatar in 3D. It was phenomenal. It was incredible. I loved it. It was. I've never seen anything quite like it. I'm good. You know, what if I told you Avatar is just fancy Dances with Wolves? It is. If you really like Avatar, check out Dances with Wolves. It's the same freaking movie. All right, 3rd and goal. Brock into the end zone. Jawan Jennings, touchdown. Touchdown 49ers. How about that, Jawan Jennings? Touchdown. Will we see an Indiana watch party? No, Jesse. If you want me, you're going to have to come see me at Monahan's. The good Avatar knowledge from Brett Euchre. Thank you. What is this? You hit Stafford, and they might not be the favorite. Yeah, look, I know the Rams are sputtering a little bit today. 5th touchdown of the season, though, for Christian McCaffrey, and that is what the 49ers needed right there. And let's go ahead. They're going for 2. The Niners are going for 2. They won't get it. They went back to Jennings in the corner of the end zone. That is incomplete. So it is going to be 23-8. Boom. Boom. 49ers are winning. 49ers are covering. 49ers, a lot better than some of you thought today. I mean, I remember all the way back when the Niners had a lead in this first quarter, you were telling me how bad it was going to go and how bad Brock was going to look and how rough of a day it was going to be. Anything but, right? Anything but. By the way, how many shows have a horn section? We got one. Rick Mightybone checking in. Good to have a horn section here on the show. Thank you so much. Elmore says, snooze fest. Hey, you know what? There have been enough nail biters. I'll take a snooze fest. I'm sick and tired of wearing my nails down to the quick during 49er games. Take a laugher. Indiana watch party. I just, no. There's way too much stress. Way too much stress. That's for me. That's for Daddy. Daddy needs that one all to himself. We got Thomas saying, good for Brock. It's a big-time performance. Look, I don't even know if it's been a big-time performance. Brock has not done very much today. He's just 15 of 26 for 155 yards. He's only been sacked once. He's thrown a touchdown. He's run for a touchdown. He's been efficient. He hasn't made the mistake. Is it time to switch to an adult libation now? We're getting closer and closer. What do we have here? Only the supers are not counting correctly. What did I only have? Did I not schedule it for any and all supers included? I don't know what's going on here, but we're at almost 45, 50 supers today. We're getting closer and closer to a big old bottle pull. Not that Daddy needs one. Brock haters in shambles. Oh, they'll figure out. Look at it this way. They've been inventing ways to crap on him since the day he started throwing a football. So they'll find a way to do it. Again, no player has their field goals moved on them as often as Brock Purdy has had his field goals moved on him. Joey Young again saying touchdown Niners and touchdown Panthers. I mean, wouldn't that be an incredible way for this day to break out? What if, along with the 49ers winning today in Cleveland, the Rams lose in Carolina? And if the Seahawks were to lose at home, that would be unbelievable. Oh my gosh, on 4th and 2, yeah, Bryce Young, touchdown. Carolina is on top of the Rams, who are getting stunned right now. Do you see how 1 week is almost unrelated to the next in this league? It happens to other teams, doesn't it? Oh, yes, it does, Damon. You know so much about football. We come to you for your perspective since we lack so much of it. Here to serve. Here to serve. How about Major Trips, being a member now for nearly 2 years? I finally ate at Ike's, the Damon Brew sourdough, extra steak, extra cheese, no veggies, delish. That's what I'm talking about. I'm glad you enjoyed the Damon Bruce. I am freaking delicious. Come on. Look at me. Again, every Niners fans wants rings. You want rings? Just order a Damon Bruce from Mike's. You'll be happy that you did. All right, 3rd and 1. Oh, 49ers are giving up a big play right up the middle, though, right there. Quinshon Judkins, pardon me, I've been calling him Quentin all day. Judkins runs up the middle, picks up a nice gain right there, gets it over the 50, and here comes Cleveland with a little steam behind their offense. I've officially started reaching the Christian McCaffrey needs one more catch, sweat of my parlay, my sleeper parlay. Oh, some pressure there on Shedeur Sanders. Are we getting a flag, though, on that play? Shedeur looks a little shook up. Shedeur Sanders is not bouncing up here. Are they going to call late hit on the 49ers? No, Shadeur's looking for a hand to be helped up, though. He wants up. He's okay. No, excuse me. That is a holding on Cleveland. Niners didn't do anything wrong. You never know when a quarterback goes down, though. No, wait, Shedeur, by the way, is getting helped off the field. He does not feel really great right now. His right ankle got rolled up a little bit underneath him. But Shedeur is limping to the sideline. Dylan Gabriel is now in this game for the Niners. I think Shedeur is going to come back in quickly here. He's up on the sideline. Did he say Cleveland Steamer? I don't know. I have not. I don't have much audio on here. I did not. Did Kevin Harlan give you a Cleveland Steamer reference? If he did, that's why Kevin Harlan's one of the best in the business. By the way, Judkins with a catch, and he's got D. Winters all over him right there. 2nd and 20. Yep, here comes Shedeur right back in the game. All right. Pass over the middle on 2nd and 20. It is a catch by Njoku, but he only picked up about 8 or 10. No, yeah. It's going to be 3rd and 16. Oh, he only picked up 4. Okay. Third and 16. Shedeur. He's got pressure. He throws way downfield and incomplete. Nobody caught that. Nobody was interfered with. Kind of lollipopped that one. Malik Mustafa did a nice job to get in front of that. No dice. Punt time for the Cleveland Browns. And actually, it shouldn't be punt time. They should just go for it, right? I mean, you punt the ball back to the Niners here, you're basically conceding the game. 4th and 16. Timeout Cleveland. They're going to talk about 4th and 16 before they run this play here. Okay. Again, just looking around the league right now. Buccaneers lead the Cardinals 20-10. And with 2 minutes and 34 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter, the Panthers lead the Rams 31-28, but the Rams got the ball. 3rd and 5 at Carolina 17. That's a big game, man. Go Panthers. All right, here it is, 4th and 16 from midfield, and Shador is sacked. Boom, Keon White just dropped Shador right there. Robert Saleh grinning ear to ear. Shador never even got the pass off. Look at that. Look at that. Alfred Collins with a nice little curl, and Shador just had a linebacker just come right in up his lap. Boom. Look at that. You know, this is a little bit of a second half shutout. You are right about that. The so-called Niners fans weren't satisfied unless the Niners put up 14 in the first quarter. Again, football doesn't always go the way you want it to, right? You got to realize there's a lot of game left in some of these scenarios, and people just get way too upset way too early in football games. Now, I just need one little screen pass to Christian McCaffrey. I mean, McCaffrey shouldn't even be in the game anymore. But I do need a screen pass to McCaffrey so I can hit my 4-team parlay, or my 4-leg parlay. Just a little dump off to Christian. Why not? Why not, Brock? Just a little dump off to Christian McCaffrey. You do it all the time. Little hand to Christian McCaffrey. He keeps it. Picks up about 3. So 3rd and 7. Yeah, I hear you. Wes, get CMC out after one more catch. Throw it to him on 3rd and 7 and then get him out of the game. One more reception for McCaffrey. Need that for my sleeper parlay. At some point, you got to start rooting for yourself. False start on Trent Williams. Trent, buddy. Don't tell me he's not feeling Myles Garrett across from him today. By the way, 3rd and 11. Sounds like a good time to throw to Christian McCaffrey. Just throwing that out there. By the way, we got Joey Young updating us. Rams fumble. Panthers get the ball. Wow. So they won't even try to tie it up? Can we get a dump off me? No, but we're going to got another first down to Jawan Jennings. First down. And now it's just tick, 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 tick. By the way, we have officially, with this Joe super chat, have reached 50 supers on the day. I told you get a bottle pull. Niners are playing well. Things are going good. Whether I win my sleeper parlay or not, I'm feeling good. Hoosiers are going to the Big Ten title game. 49ers are going to win a game today. Rams might lose a game today. Cheers, everybody. Christian McCaffrey runs it up the middle. Are they going to throw him one more ball today? Are they going to throw Christian McCaffrey one more ball today? Come on. Oh, there we go. Barry's grabbing the Jameson. Barry, you know what to do. Brian Robinson with a carry. Oh, my gosh. Brian Robinson Jr. touching the ball. We got a bottle pull for West Side. Thank you very much, West Side, and thank you for being a member. Thank you very much to JD Sugar. Defense has looked pretty good since that Rams game. Didn't think that was in the cards. Good to see. Saleh is the man. He has done an unbelievable job. And this is an improving 49ers defense. I didn't think that they were going to play a really good defense-first football game for the remainder of the year either. Didn't think they had it in them. Pretty impressive. Kids love a bottle pull. Again, if the Niners want to just throw a style points touchdown to Christian McCaffrey, that would be great. I don't want him in the game. But I also need him to catch one more. Christian McCaffrey's got his jacket on. He might be done for the day. He's standing behind Kyle. God damn it. I'm going to hit 3 of my 4-leg parlay except for the McCaffrey reception over, aren't I? This is why they call it gambling and not investing, by the way. Second and 9. Purdy just throws that one away. Again, Christian McCaffrey over 4.5 receptions. He is sitting at 4 receptions. There's nobody in the world better than the people who make the lines in Las Vegas. There really aren't. Sanders, under 27.5 attempts. That's going to come in easily. Shador is at 18 right now. Kittle's over. McCaffrey anytime touchdown. I don't think oh, no, wait. Christian McCaffrey's in the game on 3rd and 9. Throw the ball to Christian McCaffrey, please, just once. Just do it for daddy. Make this a really good football weekend. Make it a really good football weekend. McCaffrey, wide open. No, throw it to him. Brock, you're running the wrong way. What are you doing? He had an open McCaffrey, too. He just rolled the wrong freaking way. Damn it. Damn it. Like, Purdy, you throw it to Christian McCaffrey all the freaking time. He absolutely had it open. But you just got Myles Garrett eating Trent Williams' lunch over there for the most part. I'm telling you, the fact that Myles Garrett only has 1 sack today is a hell of a job, all things considered. 31-yard attempt from Matt Gay. Can he make it 26-8? He does, right down the middle. Bing, bang, boom. There you go. Hold on. 26-8. Is that going to make people happy today? Is that going to get people upset with the 49ers and tell me that Kyle Shanahan is garbage and Brock Purdy is trash? I mean, come on, everybody. This is officially good times. Good time today. Aloha to you, Kevin Murray. Aloha to you. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. A great guardsman. And I got to tell you, it's time to let everyone know that the Guardsman Tree Lot is officially open down at Fort Mason. Go get your Christmas tree today from the Guardsman Tree Lot. Send a kid to summer camp. Help a Bay Area at-risk youth. Every single tree we sell sends a kid to summer camp. I'm so proud to be affiliated with the Guardsman all these years. And my man, Kevin, thank you for your generosity, buddy. Thank you very, very much. Love the live streams, Damon. Thank you. Cheers from Orange County. I was just down in Balboa Island down there in Orange County. Thank you very much for watching from down there. We got victory formation for Carolina. Not only are the Niners going to win today, but the Rams are losing. How much more do you want than that? Bye week, Tennessee, Cleveland. Bye week, Tennessee, Indianapolis, Chicago. Your next 3 games. Your next month starts with the bye week. This is good. Who in the room is bottle pulling with us? Barry, I'm sure there are others tipping it back there. Thank you so very, very much if you're tipping it back. If you're one of the 500 people watching on YouTube right now, please hit subscribe. Oh, can we get to 49,000 by the end of this Niner game? I just need 23 subs to get there. Can we get to 49,000 by the end of this 49er game? Shador's just going to drop one off right there. That gets gobbled up. Is that ball out? No, I think that's down. Either way, thank you to all of you for watching, for supporting, for liking. And if you are a Niner fan, you got to like this one. Oh, it looks like the wheels are coming off the Colts. I mean, what do we got? A fractured tibia on Daniel Jones? He's going to try to tough it out. Good luck with that. Third and 2. I mean, look, if the Niners get the ball back, Kyle might have Christian run another play. Oh, no, it's a first down. That's going to be a first down. Could be the Bears for the number 1 seed. That could happen a few weeks from now. That could absolutely happen. By the way, I hear the kids. We got rambunctious kids in the garage. Buckle up, everyone. Well. You know what? I tapped the keg a little earlier. Oh, my God. For 49,000, look at Brett Tucker coming in with a 50 spot. Thank you so much. That is a wonderful way to gussy up the ganja jar. I got to take another leak. Before we officially enter postgame here. So I'm going to go and run and do that. Everybody, we left Mike Val, San Francisco, in charge last time. Who should we leave in charge this time? How about this? Everybody, the white chair's in charge. I'll be right back. I got to pee real fast. You guys want to go in and say hello to the internet?
Yeah, go say hi. Leave the scooter out here, please. Come on.
Should I just say, hello, internet?
Yes.
Actually, no. I'm not going to say, hello, internet. Because that would be kind of weird. Because there's actually people watching it. And that would be weird if I said, hi, internet. Because that would be weird. I just don't know.
All right. Okay. Second one of the day. I mean, that's how exciting this game was. A urination sensation, if you will. Let's see. We got a 7 of 8 leg parlay hit, except for the CMC over reception, and that's why they call it gambling. Indeed, JP from the 510. That's a tough one today, but I'll take it. I will take it. Take that Niner win. It's good for business. We're at the 2-minute warning. It is 26-8. Browns still possess the football. There's nothing left to do but wrap up everybody in a warm blanket, get to the locker room, take a shower, get to the bus, get to the airport, fly home. Got out of Cleveland with a win. And I'm going to say the same thing that I've been saying for weeks now. Burn the tape. Nothing to really learn today other than, the 49ers defensive line played all right. And the 49ers offensive line, even though the running game never popped, from a defensive not getting in Brock Purdy's face all day standpoint, I think the 49ers offensive line had a really good day. All things considered. Myles Garrett did not wreck this game all by himself. Not even close. He gave Trent Williams one of his longer days of the year, but all things considered, this was not a Myles Garrett took it over and you didn't stand a chance. Bill wants to know, what are home playoff chances with a Rams loss? I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I can tell you better, without a doubt. Every single time the Rams lose a game on the same day the Niners win a game, that is good for business, period. 3rd and 21. 3rd and 21. And we got ourselves an encroachment. Never going to make it easy. Oh no, false start offense. There you go. I was on the Browns. They're going to say that was on Shedeur. Hey, you know what? A better quarterback, a less green quarterback, might have made this a much more competitive game. The Niners were very happy to see, 1, Shedeur Sanders, and 2, better weather than they expected today in Cleveland. And this has been one of their better games of the year, all things considered. Shedeur just throwing that one away, throws it out of bounds on 3rd and 26, bringing up 4th and 26. And we got nothing left to do but pay the rent and get out of here. This is all but over. And we officially have it official. Thank you, Wes, for letting us know the Panthers have won. The Panthers have won. This is great news. We'll see whether or not the Seahawks can get into the loss column today. The Minnesota Vikings are in Seattle this afternoon in the next window of games. And that would be the perfect way for everything to break the 49ers' way this afternoon if the Vikings can put up a win. What's funny is the Seahawks have not been great at home. By the way, Shedeur Sanders is going to make a business decision right there and just go down. 1st and 10 49ers. Victory formation is the only play left to run. Farrell having more sacks than Garrett. Who had that on their bingo card today? Well, as many sacks, right? As many sacks, not more. But yeah, Cleveland Farrell. This guy has been one of the best defensive linemen since the day they picked him up. He was healthy scratched a few weeks ago. I didn't understand that. He better not be a healthy scratch again. He gets to the quarterback about once a game. He really does. Niners are about to do something they haven't done in a really, really long time. Not that they get an awful lot of bites of the Cleveland browned apple in Cleveland, but they haven't won in Cleveland since 1984. And they're going to win today. They will absolutely take it. By the way, you got Houston leading Indianapolis right now in Indianapolis. That game is still coming up on the Niners' schedule. They'll take that. Offensive line, very good job today, all things considered. Defensive line, just good enough to get it done. I believe we have a football game. I don't want to speak anything negative into existence here before a game is over, but I don't believe we have any severe injuries coming out of this game for the 49ers. So the day could not have gone much better. Seriously. Rams catch a loss. Niners picking up a win. We'll see if Seattle might catch a loss before it's all said and done today, too. Don't need to worry at all about the freaking Cardinals, as per usual. Damon, you missed one while pissing. Oh, did I? Oh, I did miss it. I did. Shedeur Sanders has been sacked 3 times. I'm sorry I missed one while taking a leak. The leak was needed. Thank you very much, though, for letting me know that. TFS, we got a great win. Happy flight. Bye week. My boy, Cleveland. There you go. Thomas, there it is. Bears, number 1 seed as of today, and the Niners will get them at home. Yeah, this is a big, big weekend in football. Lots of forks in the road. Going to get that home, going home with a win. Plusser's happy. D-Bruce earns a pull. Rita, I am going to take another one. I didn't think that Jillian and the boys were going to be leaving. They just left. I don't know where they went. That means Daddy's home alone to do some postgame, pulling on a whiskey bottle. Here's the victory, Niners fans. Come on. I've been drinking too much the last 3 days. Yeah. That's good. By the way, Irwin, that is a great bottle of whiskey, man. Thank you so much. What do we got here this month in history? I was 0 years old when the 49ers last beat the Browns, born on the 17th of November, 1980. Oh, my God, you just had a birthday, Lick Scorpion. Happy birthday to me and the Niners. Happy birthday to you, Lick Scorpion. Indeed. Happy birthday to everyone who picked up a win in Cleveland today. Whether it's your birthday or not, you got to be feeling good about that. House party at Damon's. We're not going to go that far. Is the chat celebrating? How many Brock is trash emojis have happened in the last hour? Not too many, right? Not too many. Kyle Shanahan, trash emojis, not seeing any. Jamie, you are right. We're going to have a victory Monday for Wake Up with yours truly and Kruger tomorrow. Going to be some happiness in the world, right? Damon, how many times have the Niners played in Cleveland since 1984? I think it's only like 4 or 5 times. It's not that much. Damon, home hooch. Yeah, good home hooch. Before we get into today's stats, let me bring you this. We are 20 subscribers away from 49,000. 20 subs away from 49,000. Now, we've got over 1,300 people watching right now. If you're on YouTube, it's easy to tap that subscribe button. If you're watching on Twitch, if you're watching on X, you can't just tap that subscribe button. Would you maybe come over to YouTube and do it? Would you check that out for me? Make that odometer climb, if you will. But right now, we got other things to look at. We got ourselves a box score. Who doesn't love a good box score? Let's go. Let's take a look at Brock Purdy's afternoon. Hold on, wait a minute. Oop. Box score. Brock Purdy, 16 to 29, 168 yards and a touchdown. Not a great average today, 5.8, but he's only sacked once. He ran one in. His best play was that RPO QB keeper that he ran in for a touchdown. It wasn't a good day for McCaffrey on the ground, but effective, yeah. And here's the deal. The Niners running game might not be popping. 2.7 yards per carry, which is bad. I mean, just it's undebatably bad average, but you got to respect it. Like the 49ers offensive ground game is still serviceable enough to where other teams have to respect it. And I guess that's a good thing on a day where they rush for a couple of touchdowns, Purdy and McCaffrey. Again, They should have thrown one more ball, please. Not a single 49er target had 5 catches today. Only 2 guys were targeted more than 5 times. Kittle 5 times and Juwan Jennings 6 times. 4 catches, 39 yards and a touchdown for Juwan Jennings. 4 catches, 67 yards for George Kittle. When you look at the tackles today, Cleveland Farrell, 2 sacks, 9 touchdowns. And you know what? If you want to give a game ball today to Cleveland Farrell, I am cool with it. Upton Stout, Malik Mustafa, Curtis Robinson, your premier tacklers. And this one, hell of a day, all things considered, right? You go over and you look. Shador was 16 of 25. He did, by the way, my under 27.5 attempts. That hit. That did hit. Damn it, McCaffrey. The only leg of my parlay that did not hit. Oh, well, that's the way the cookie crumbles. I want to see some team stats, don't you? I do. Team stats, like I tell you, every single time the 49ers play football, it's about 20 first downs and 300 yards. Less yards today, 251 for the 49ers. But Kyle cranks out the same level of offense all the time. Very good defense on third down for the Niners. Browns were only 3 for 11 on third down, 11 of 17 for the Niners on third down today. 5.2 yards per pass. Cleveland only averaged 4, only 90 rushing yards, but still enough. 3 penalties, 11 yards for the Niners. That's a number that you can live with. 2 turnovers, a huge special teams return for Sky Moore, a huge special teams fumble that made this day easier for the 49ers. In the end, who would have ever thought that the Niners would actually edge by 10 seconds out the Cleveland Browns in terms of time of possession? But that's what happened today. Kids, this was a good win. The Cleveland Browns might not be a particularly good football team, but that was a good win, and it's exactly what the Niners needed going into the bye week. And that's where they go. It is good to finally reach a bye week. 14, your bye week is week 14. Man, it can't get much later than that. The Niners, who have been banged up and desperate for a week of rest for 2 months now, finally get one, and hopefully everybody just gets to relax over the next 2 weeks. Niners, put your feet up, relax, get this team as healthy as it can be for the final stretch, which will begin with a home game to the Tennessee Titans 2 weeks from now. We hope that you will join us back here for our live stream watch parties. Again, if you hit like and subscribe, if you hit that notify button, the chances of you finding the show again are better than average. So I hope you plan on doing that. Thank you so much, Niners fans. You got something to be thankful for today. You know, another thing to be thankful for? Colts are losing 20-16. The Houston Texans have beaten the Colts in Indianapolis. That is going to be the next road game for the 49ers. So the Colts losing at home, that's a good thing for the 49ers. Rams lost on the road today. That's a good thing for the 49ers. Let's see what the Seahawks do at home today. If you are a Niner fan, you're officially rooting for the Vikings for the rest of this afternoon. So that is your job. Good stuff, all of you. Thank you, Jamie, for watching the live stream. I always enjoy you being here. Good shit, DB. Thank you, Crash Bro Carson. I really appreciate all you being here. Good day for the 49ers offensive line. Pretty good day for the defensive line. Great day for Cleveland Farrell. Really good day for Sky Moore. Everyone else, job well done. Let us never talk of this one again. This game will mean nothing 2 weeks from now with the Tennessee Titans on the stick next. This game will mean nothing. Get healthy, have a good stretch run, maybe get a home playoff game. I think the Niners are going to the postseason. You should be excited about this team, whether you think Brock is trash or Kyle is trash. Again, how can you be watching this season and actually type onto the internet with confidence, Kyle Shanahan trash can emoji? This is one of the best coaching jobs happening in professional football. This is one of the best coaching jobs happening across all levels of football right now. What you are watching from Kyle Shanahan is an incredible job. This team should be a 5-win football team. No, seriously, right? That's not an exaggeration. This should be a 5-win football team. They're 9-4, boys and girls. They are 9-4 with a bye week and Tennessee up next. You gotta like that if you are a 49er fan. Hopefully you've liked and subscribed. Hopefully you will be back 9:05 West Coast time, Monday morning. Wake up, yours truly and Larry Krueger. It is the best Niner show that you're going to find anywhere, not just on the world of YouTube, I think anywhere in the world. So I hope you plan on coming back for that. In the meantime, thanks to everyone who offered up a super today. My man Kevin coming in with a 100 spot. My man Brett coming in with a 50 spot, and an awful lot of generosity thrown around from the rest of you. Thank you very, very much for tuning in. And remember that sports don't build character, they reveal it. And like that, he's gone.